What's up, everybody? You're listening to Roundtable Wrestling Radio for January 24th, 2017. I'm Joey924, and with me from PH, Michigan, but not really PH, Michigan.
Yeah, Fort Wayne, Indiana. The Fort, Sean Lathrop.
And from Chicago, Illinois.
Laura Phoenix.
And LeBron.
Big O.
And all right.
That's it. Hold on. Are we not missing nobody?
I was gonna say, Byron couldn't be here this week.
Yeah.
You know,
Dan Severn's still doing a number on him.
He's still scaring people with Freddy Krueger masks downtown. All right, give him some time. He'll be back.
No, he's actually somewhere in a Batman suit trying to save people. And no, I'm not joking. It's one thing to wear that on Comic-Con, but the guy actually walks around like that.
And that's just going to the store. All right,
fighting crime.
I'll still never forget the picture of him as Freddy wearing jorts in the middle of New York.
I prefer Freddy, but when you're dressing up as Batman, I mean, and he actually looks like Batman. Those
are some really expensive suits, man.
Oh, he gets the good stuff. But let me just start off by saying that Sunday's the Royal Rumble. I always. We obviously know that Royal Rumble is WrestleMania season, but for me personally, Raw and SmackDown, I didn't feel like they felt like it was Royal Rumble this Sunday. I don't know what it was.
It wasn't there. I mean, SmackDown had a couple of exciting moments, but it was like
it didn't feel like go home show Raw or go home show SmackDown.
Outside the ending moment for Raw, I agree with you completely.
It wasn't like I don't know. Like I thought, like this was arguably the most star-studded Royal Rumble, maybe that will go down in history, depending on who shows up on Sunday.
Yeah, and
you didn't feel that way. Like they barely.
Y'all didn't like Raw. I mean, I understand Sparks for the go-home show. I thought Raw was pretty entertaining.
No, Raw was good, but it wasn't a you must watch Royal Rumble Raw. You know what I mean? Like, the ending, yes. The very last 3 seconds, yes. I'll give them that.
The last 3 seconds, that's it.
Yeah, the last 3 seconds, but other than that, I didn't feel like I need to see this. I mean, obviously it's going to be must see because it's a fucking packed Royal Rumble. But I'm just saying, like, tell people who don't know, or somebody that might be casually watching. I mean. Get me hyped up. I wasn't really that hyped up about Roman and Owens, and I'll tell you why. We've been talking about this for weeks. We've seen the different variations for like 2 or 3 straight months of Roman, Jericho Rollins, Owens. It's the same bullshit every fucking week with these guys. Now I'm getting sick of it. Now I'm actually getting sick of the Jericho and the Owens and the Roman and the Rollins and the Triple H and the.
You got some high tolerance, man. 'Cause that's been going on for a long time. Bro.
I know, but last night I was just like, "What? Roman and Jericho? Like, why?" It's like, why? And then on SmackDown with the Miz and Ambrose, they're not doing any better either.
Oh yeah, that match. I don't know. The match was okay, but you got the Miz basically. He's impersonating. Yeah, he's impersonating Daniel Bryan the whole match.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. The match was okay, but if you just like Photoshop his head and put Daniel Bryan's face, then that's why it was good.
Well, it's not like he's trying to be Daniel. He's literally doing it to be a heel and piss people off, and I love it.
But almost everything. But you know what? Not for nothing. I don't know. It's just WrestleMania is coming closer. Miz is doing a little more things now. I don't know, man. It seems like that's the route they're going to go.
That's what I believe. I believe Miz and Daniel. That's what I see happening.
I do hope they give Daniel at least that one more match.
I'm glad that he's getting.
I don't even think it's going to be one more. I think he's going to do good, and the next thing you know, he's going to want a second and third, and then we're going to go through this all over again. Scares or whatever.
I'm okay with the one more match, just against the Miz, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I've given him props. He's really changed my mind on him. But in my opinion, for WrestleMania, that's not a match. If you tell me Daniel Nakamura or Daniel AJ, I'm there. But I'm not going to be that excited about Daniel and Miz. I mean, I hope they, change my mind. But yeah, I absolutely see that happening. But going back to Raw for a second, so not only that, but then I don't know, man. Just everything else on that show was blah for me. Mm-hmm. No real, I kind of like the Charlotte and Bayley promo. But again, in my opinion, Charlotte creamed Bayley. I don't think Bayley did herself any favors again last night. It
was probably one of her better ones she's done, though. But
it was more of the same, Like me, I'm a WWE fan, and I'm just like, again, But I will say that that fails in comparison to Behemoth Lady and her promo. Oh my God, I was just that was the first. I actually watched Raw last night from beginning to end because I was with somebody. And I actually had to sit there and watch Behemoth Lady actually talk. And I was like, oh my God, this is horrendous. Like the squash match thing. And I don't know, man. She just made Bayley and Charlotte look like 10 times better.
Yeah.
Way better.
But there were some highlights. I mean, I've got it down as a match of the year. It might not end at the end of the year as such, but Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins was freaking amazing. That was a great match.
That was good.
Yeah,
it was a good match. It was a good match, and I kind of figured that Sami Zayn was going to win, but then I said to myself, that's Sami Zayn we're talking about, so, it kind of still kind of, you know what I'm saying, caught me by surprise, so,
It did catch me
But my thing is this going to happen at the Royal Rumble, the Seth versus Triple H? Is that what is this what's going on?
I don't think so.
So what, so you think Seth is not going to be in the Rumble at all?
I think he's going to be in the Rumble. I think he's gonna take out somebody in the back and get himself in the Rumble. That's right.
I think Triple H is gonna probably come out as a Royal Rumble contestant, and then Seth is gonna come out, probably cost him.
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that. But they're not gonna wrestle at the Rumble. They're saving that for Mania. I've said that from the beginning. If they would have promoted it heavily. They did mention it, so they're gonna interact in some way at the Rumble. But it's not gonna be the match. It's gonna be at WrestleMania for sure. But I liked it, man, because Sammy, like Sean said, that was a killer match in an otherwise dull Raw or regular Raw. Again, Raw wasn't bad, but for a Raw that's before the Rumble, it was bad in that context. It wasn't bad, but we're talking about the Royal.
Kind of a confusing ending too. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the ending like that.
I actually loved the ending, man.
Me too, very much. But before we get to that, I just want to say also, if you notice, like they promoted a lot of the matches, yes, but I didn't feel like they did the Royal Rumble any justice. Like they showed the poster a couple of times, but they didn't do the numbers thing that they normally do. Yeah. They didn't talk about how it was the 30th anniversar.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was.
I forgot it was the 30th anniversary.
They talked about Sean winning his first Rumble.
Yeah,
they did that.
Yeah, but they didn't stress like this is the 30th anniversary. 30th anniversary.
Well, it's that
I didn't even know it was going to be 4 hours until today, when they said the starting time is at 7.
Yeah, SmackDown actually made more reference to it being the 30th anniversary than Raw did.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, where is the 30th anniversary thing? Like, that should be promoted heavily that's the 30th anniversary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
they should have showed the Alamo Dome Royal Rumble from 10 years ago. I'm sorry, for 20 years ago, where Shawn beat Psycho Sid for the title in the Alamo Dome. That would have been, it would have been in the flow of what's going to happen on Sunday.
Then they would have went back to the pay-per-view and seen how horrible it was. So then they can't do that because it really was a really bad pay-per-view. I saw it a couple months ago. It was bad.
I don't think so. There was 95 to me, the one that Shawn won, where he was number one and lasted the entire match. The reason for that is because everybody came in 30 seconds. That was the worst Royal Rumble, in my opinion. I'm talking about the actual Royal Rumble.
And by the way, it's so funny, going through all this with whatnot. The Royal Rumble, Steve and I have been going through like the old school ones, and we realized that number 2 never really lasted before number 3 came out, except for 1995 when number 1 and number 2 made it all the way to the end.
Right.
And that was like the only time it happened.
And again, if you watch that 95, not only is it the shortest Rumble, that's why I didn't think Shawn Michaels was that much of an accomplishment, because it was very, very quick. If you honestly go back, if anybody doesn't believe me, that Royal Rumble, every 30 seconds, someone came in, and it had the worst people in it. Like the worst gimmicks. This was not a good year in WWE in 95. This was like the tail end of the more, the horrible gimmicks. You had the plunger guy, you had, just
T.O. Hopper.
CL Hopper, Duke the Dumpster Droese. It was just the worst of the worst in that Royal Rumble. The only stars were British Bulldog and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
The only worthy stars.
I'm trying to remember. I think like the other. No, that was actually not a terrible Final Four, but it was still. No. I'm trying. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was a different Final Four, but I was wrong.
But going back into the old school Rumbles, of course.
This was your Final Four: Lex Luger, Crush, British Bulldog, Shawn Michaels.
There you go. Crush being the
Crush.
And the two guys at the 6th and 5th spots were Dick Murdoch and Henry Godwin. My God.
Which again, I stress. I said this a couple of months ago, but people, when they talk about history, they like to rearrange things to fit whatever is going on currently. And what I mean by that is that Lex Luger, if you heard what Sean just said, he was in the Final Four of that 95 Royal Rumble. By WrestleMania, him and the British Bulldog were a tag team competing against, I think it was the
Jacob and Eli Blue.
Yes, Jacob and Eli Blue, which are the guys that tried to buy TNA, right?
Which is DOA, basically, yeah.
Right. So by WrestleMania, Luger and Bulldog were not even in the mid-card. Okay, and then by that...
They were the opening match of that WrestleMania.
Were they?
Yes.
No, I think it was Jarrett and...
No, if I'm not mistaken, they were the opening match. Sean, can you look that up for me?
You're talking WrestleMania
11. The Allied Powers took on the Blue Brothers in the opening match.
Exactly.
Wow. There you go. So, and then by the ending of 95 is where Luger jumped ship, and they made it always seem like Luger was a top guy in the WWE, but he wasn't a top guy at that time. He was relatively a mid-carder at best. Mm-hmm. He was with the Allied Powers for a little bit. Did they even win the tag team? I don't even think they won the tag team
titles. Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 6 minutes.
Luger, let me tell you something. Luger's push deteriorated once he changed his music. I never seen music actually dictate somebody's push. Because if you notice, he went from the American music and he was over as fuck. And then once he changed it to that dark type of song he used to come out with, it was over. He started, losing.
I was one of the few that liked. One of the few that liked that song.
I like the song, but that's when his push started decreasing.
Just because I actually didn't know what the number was you were saying about Shawn Michaels winning from number 1. His total time in the Royal Rumble match in that year of 1995, 38 minutes and 41 seconds.
That's how long the Royal Rumble was.
Exactly.
And I was going to say, and at that point in time, it didn't even beat the longest record, which was still held by DiBiase at that time, which was something along the lines of like 45 fucking minutes.
That's actually a better one.
At that time, Ric Flair held the record because he had done it 2 years prior. At 60 or
Bob
almost
Backlund had the record.
Right.
Yeah.
Bob Backlund in 93 at 1 hour and a minute. Ric Flair in 92 with 1 hour.
Yeah, I remember that Royal Rumble because he was there for an hour and eliminated one person after like 58 minutes. I remember that.
Shawn Michaels winning at 38 minutes, and I remember even watching it live because I remember that so vividly because I was very much into the Bulldog. I thought he was going to get a push at that time. I didn't think in that sense, but I was like, I hope Bulldog goes to the main event. Even though Bulldog a year later did have great matches with Bret Hart for the title in your house and stuff like that, but Shawn Michaels 38 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fucking, like you said, Bob Backlund, Ted DiBiase. There was somebody, I think Hogan lasted longer in one of the 90s.
Rick Martel was the first one who held the record.
Martel, that's right. Thank you, Rick Martel. I'm like, Flair didn't even break a sweat at 38 minutes.
Yo, for real.
Like, he had wrestled everybody by 38 minutes. But I don't know, man. Like that, like I said, Raw didn't really display to me an effort to make this like, oh my God, this is the 30th. It's one of the best pay-per-views because it really is one of the most exciting pay-per-views ever. Concepts, which again, I recommend if you get a chance to watch that Royal Rumble documentary, the true story of the Royal Rumble. Really good stuff. Actually, by the way, you want to hear a fun fact? The true story of the Royal Rumble documentary is longer than Shawn Michaels' 1995 Royal Rumble. But so I didn't get that feeling from Raw. Until the last 3 seconds, that's when I was like, wow, just 3 guys of the potential people that could be in that Rumble at the same time. I thought that was enough. I was like, wow, that's, again, just a little taste of, hey, these three guys at some point could be in the Rumble, and you could also have Braun and Big Show and Kaz, and it's pretty cool, mind-blowing thing.
Speaking of Big Show, holy crap, does that guy look amazing? Really?
Yeah, he does, and I didn't know he towered that much over Braun.
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna say amazing? I mean, he does look in really good shape. I'm not gonna lie, compared to how he usually is. But like, if you're like comparing, because everybody made it seem like, my God, he's ripped to shreds, a six pack.
According to Michael Cole, the best shape of his career, really.
But you never listen. He's right now he's at what, 380, 370. Yeah, you're right. When he was a giant, he was in way more athletic condition.
Yeah, that was the best condition because he was doing drop kicks from the top rope. That was the best condition. Okay, I don't want to hear. That
was also the time of he likes to call it the stupid time of his career, where he was doing stupid shit like that.
But he was referring to the Dungeon of Doom aspects. But when he became the Giant after the Dungeon of Doom, he was doing really good matches and really athletic things that no one of his size ever did, or remotely did. Andre did some stuff when he was younger, but never like a top kick from the fucking top rope or something like that. Yeah. The guy was incredible back then. He had great matches with Randy Savage and Flair around that time period. But so when Michael Cole says the best shape of his career, he must be talking to people that just joined WWE. He can't be talking about his entire career because that's.
Well, it's been so long that he's been in good shape like that. I mean, maybe Michael Cole forgot. I mean,
he looks.
It's been a long time.
Let me tell you something.
By the time reaction. Oh my God. Reaction last night when he came up to the commentating table with New Day, and Cole's acted like, oh my God, he look, it's like he hadn't seen him in for fucking ever, even though you saw him just before the fucking show started.
But that was good though. I liked him playing it off like that. But
I like the new look, even though everybody's rocking the big beard. But he needed to reinvent himself. He dropped like 150 pounds. He got a beard now. He's not smiling. He's not crying. Finally, now let's see what happens, man. Maybe
the only thing I don't like is the United States tights. That one just seemed off for me. Like, is he going to go feud with Rusev after this now? What's going on?
Yeah, instead of Kurt Angle. But
we'll get into that later.
But the Big Show, let me tell you something. When I think this also might, I don't know. Well, maybe it wasn't Royal Rumble, but when he came out for the Floyd Mayweather thing originally, I think he was in better shape then than even last night. Because he was in incredible shape at that time when he came back at that.
I remember.
He was in really, really good shape. Now, don't get me wrong. Big Show is in way better shape than he was, which is a plus, and I think it's going to help him. And again, if he's going to fight Shaquille O'Neal, O'Neal better start getting in the gym because I see O'Neal every week, and it's not looking good on his side. I'm just saying. He's got to drop some pounds fast. But it was cool. This is what I was saying a couple of weeks ago about Braun Strowman is that they've built him the right way. So now every time he gets in the ring with somebody who matters, it's a big deal. Just a stare down is a big deal, and that it proves it.
And he's backing off.
Which is the one thing you might have noticed with.
He said, but I like he said my time or when I want. I at least said that.
The one thing I noticed, and it was right before they went to commercial break. Big Cass stepped up, and then they cut to like an extreme close up of Braun's face. They want to keep that for the future of Cass and Braun, and you could tell from that match too.
And not only that, but I don't know if you noticed, but if you look at a lot of the guys, not all of them, but most of the guys in the Rumble are big guys.
Yeah,
it's like a super heavyweight Royal Rumble this year. They wanted all the they don't have Enzo, they took Big Cass. I don't know how Mojo Riley is aside from the fact that he's a big guy, but
they needed someone else, I guess.
Yeah, someone for Goldberg to spear, I guess.
I think the smallest guy in the Rumble right now is Xavier Woods. Xavier or Kofi, one of those two.
By the way, I'm glad you brought that up really quickly. These guys have dropped, man. These guys have dropped in stature. When they were coming out to the ring, Michael Cole literally said, I wonder what shenanigans they're going to do this week.
Yeah.
When you say that about somebody, like they're not that serious. about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like the New Day has like, I don't know, man. I last night I was just like, man, I feel bad for these guys right now until Braun came out, because that kind of made it more important.
It seemed like we got to a point where WWE is like, we don't want to break them up, but we don't got nothing else for them. We got to keep them relevant because they still selling merch. Let's just do stupid segments with Titus O'Neil. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the only conclusion I could come up with. I think they just doing anything now to see what sticks. Because they don't want to break them up yet.
It felt like it was when they were out there before Braun came out, it felt like a bunch of jobbers were going to have a jobber match. And then Braun came out and it was like, oh, okay, well, this is a little bit better. And what I mean by that is that it's a pretty sad state of affairs when Braun Strowman is the star of the match. Out of those guys, Rusev should be like the guy. But I'm looking at Braun as,
it's handsome Rusev. It's handsome.
Which I thought was funny.
Yeah, I thought that was funny, actually. Why do you have big in the beginning of your name?
It was pretty obvious. It's like, say they call me handsome Rusev. Yeah, it was pretty good.
I don't know if you noticed, but Lana looks like she's had some work done on everywhere. And I don't know why. She was a pretty girl. She didn't have to do all that work. Her tits are massively...
Chopped her hair. I noticed she chopped her hair. That was about all I noticed last night.
I've always liked the suited up Lana look with the high bun.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I thought that was so sexy.
Me too.
Now it's like, okay, you just look like a typical white girl who wrestles now. It doesn't, nothing stands her out no more.
Yeah, she's not.
Even then, we're gonna you versus us for now. Lana, you fine, Lana.
I did like Rusev. Like, no, she's not wrestling. We get it, Rusev.
But I wanted to say this, man. I know I might be sound like I'm nitpicking or whatever, but the ending of Raw, you have Goldberg who's already bleeding, botched again. He botched the headbutt when he hit butt the door. I don't want to hear nothing else.
I'm sorry, but I think that makes him look like. I think that makes him look like.
It did, but it wasn't on purpose though. So he botched again. So then you got Brock coming out, who Brock comes out, who looks like he's in pretty good shape. He's slimming down a little bit. And they want to kill each other, but what stops them from killing each other, from ripping each other's head off, is the Undertaker. And then you got Brock, who's looking all concerned about the Undertaker being there. He just broke his streak a year and a half ago. And then you got Goldberg. Got that look like I don't give a fuck about this.
Yeah. By the way, you made a good point, though. I like Goldberg's look because he really did look like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he looked at Undertaker like, I don't give a fuck if you're here. And Brock has got that concerned face like, I'm scared. Like, come on, man.
I don't know if Brock
That's what stopped them. I don't know. Not killing each other.
I don't know if I would say Brock had a concern face.
He kind of looked like he was nervous.
He had a face like, oh my God, the dead man is here. With his eyes wide open, then you got Goldberg who just doesn't give a shit.
But I like Goldberg's. I like Goldberg's entire demeanor all the time because his character is a badass and he actually portrays a badass. The guy is such a badass that he headbutts the door, busts himself wide open, and is just wiping the blood off while he's talking. I think that made it more intense. To be honest, I thought that made it.
No, it did. But it was
more like a badass. And then Brock comes out, and Goldberg's like, "Shut your mouth and get down here." Like Goldberg is a guy that comes off like, "I don't give a fuck." I like that though. Even Undertaker showing up, Goldberg's like, "Whatever."
Now, what were you trying to say, Laura?
Yeah.
No, Joey just nailed everything that I was going to say. Anyways.
I like that though. To me that made me like Goldberg even more. That when Undertaker shows up and stares at him, Goldberg's like, I don't give a flying fuck who you are.
Yeah,
I'm Goldberg.
I will say this: the one thing that got me cracking was the fans had him just like so riled last night, and he had to restart his promo like 3 fucking times before he was finally able to get it.
I just assumed he gave.
I like that though, and that's another thing I like. That Goldberg said it. Instead of just botching and
covering it up. Yeah, exactly. I hate when wrestlers do that.
I like Goldberg say, you know what, you guys screwed me up. That is how you're supposed to do it.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
Because when you act like you didn't, nothing just happened. That's when the crowd feeds off of it. You fucked up, or something like that. I
agree. Goldberg did a really good job there. He hasn't done this in a while, consistently. So I think for a guy, and by the way, when Goldberg gave that look to the Undertaker about I don't give a fuck, I was thinking about like, why doesn't Roman Reigns do that? That's what's missing from guys of today. That he doesn't have that kind of swag where, somebody comes in the ring, hey, I'm Roman Reigns, I'll beat the shit out of you. It's more like a little bit whiny and a little bit, that's why Goldberg is still getting over, because people sense that he's being authentic instead of being fake, like Roman was in the beginning of the show with his weak-ass promo, that Jericho and Owens had to save again, even though I'm sick of it, like I said in the beginning of the show. But Goldberg, again, a guy that hasn't been there is doing better, in my opinion, than Roman, who's been there consistently for the last 5 years. He needs to take some pointers from a Goldberg, because that's what Roman is trying to be. He's trying to be a badass, and that's what he should be. He should be an authentic badass, not getting on the mic and explaining himself and. I hate stuff like that. Just go out there, say what you're going to do, and drop the mic. That's it. I'm going to beat your ass. That's it. That's all you have to do. AJ did a phenomenal job, no pun intended, tonight with that as well. By saying, I'm not going to take an inch, I'm going to take a foot, and I'm going to stick it right up your ass. I was like, that is a good line. I was like, when you're authentic like that, and Cena too, man. Cena killed it tonight too. When you're authentic in those terms, fans will get into it. They will absolutely get into it. And again, even though it was only 3 seconds with Brock, Goldberg, and Undertaker, it shows again, like I've said many times, that that's the difference between a wrestler and a superstar. And you had 3 superstars, megastars in the ring at the same, 3 Hall of Famers, bona fide, at the same time. So, you see the magnitude of the difference, those guys. And I think if they do a good enough job, Braun could get there. I really do. I've really, really been impressed with Braun Strowman, aside from the talking. But everything else, I think Braun is doing very well. They've done a really good job with him. And trust me, I never thought I would be into this guy, because it wasn't that long ago that we were bashing this guy. As the worst member of the Wyatt family, we were really giving it to Braun Strowman, but he's turned it around, man. He's doing a really good job right now. So Sam, actually, isn't Sami Zayn the smallest wrestler in the Royal Rumble?
I don't know the difference between their sizes. I know they're both really small.
There you go. There's another small.
Xavier Woods is 5'11", 205. Sami Zayn is 6'1", 212. Xavier's smaller.
Wow. Alrighty.
And how? By the way, Kofi? Okay. He's actually about the same size as Sammy. So yeah, Xavier's the smallest guy in this Rumble, unless, which we'll probably get more into the Rumble details, but
yeah,
Ellsworth has been pushing on social media, his Facebook, his Twitter. Ellsworth for the Rumble. Yeah, he's been pushing it. He's trying to get fans to get behind it. Yeah, and I want to be honest. I want to see it happen. I want to see him in the ring with Goldberg and Brock Lesnar just beating the crap out of him for 20 minutes.
If this was 2 months ago, I would have said yes, but I think the momentum is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's definitely gone. Now they doing segments with him to try and teach him how to dress. Just
horrible segments, by the way. If you're going to do a segment like that, make it funny or entertaining, but it was just horrendous. I mean, literally, there was nothing remotely funny, nothing remotely clever. They had the typical gay guy showing them, how to dress. I mean, I was just like, every stereotype was hit in that one segment. Like nothing original about that segment whatsoever. We've seen that 1,000 times throughout the years. And I'm like, it's not doing Ellsworth any favors. What they were doing with Ellsworth in the beginning was working because the way that they were doing it. But now that luster is gone, now that he betrayed Dean Ambrose, and why Dean Ambrose is not trying to beat this guy up every week, I don't understand. Because the guy cost him the WWE title and he cost him the Intercontinental title. I don't understand why Dean Ambrose is not trying to beat the shit out of this.
It's probably the same reason why Seth Rollins never found Triple H at the WWE Performance Centers and but Connecticut. So,
but
it would never make sense.
Ellsworth being in the Rumble, I think, would have no effect right now. Honestly, I don't think it would have any effect. I just
think it'll take a valuable spot. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
you definitely should.
I agree with Sean. Would it be cool to see Lesnar toss him around? Yeah, I think that would be definitely cool. Just for that purpose, or Undertaker tombstone it, or all of them at the same time. Goldberg sparing him, or whatever, or have a Goldberg Ellsworth off. Ellsworth Goldberg. But again, I don't know if it would be that way now because the luster's gone. So I don't know even if the fans would do that at this point. You know, and again, these segments are not helping Ellsworth whatsoever. It's making it worse. And if he starts dressing like Carmella, God, that's good. That's going to be. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but anytime they start a relationship stuff, it kind of kills the guy. You know, the guy that's with Alicia Fox. You know, very talented guy. Mm-hmm. I think nothing has helped him at all with Alicia Fox. The same thing for the black guy,
Cedric Alexander.
Nothing positive has happened for him because of Alicia Fox. Nothing positive has happened for Ellsworth because of Carmella. I don't know why they get these ideas.
I don't think they're using Ellsworth to get using Carmella Ellsworth to get Ellsworth over. They're trying to do it to get Carmella relevant because after his 1-year contract's done, he's not going to stick around. I bet. But as far as the Noam Dar Alicia Fox thing, I actually kind of dig it now.
I think it was horrible last night.
You almost made him cry. Or even just how every time Dar talks about Fox, it's like the beautiful Alicia Fox.
Yeah, he says Fox.
Yeah,
Fox.
He says Fox, and they don't even bleep it up.
I love that though. But then Cedric Alexander, you know, his reactions and the way he was playing it off, it was just horrendous, man. No guy would act like that in real life. No. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. You know, they need to get people that understand how real life works and stop doing that because it was stupid. I don't even think people even remotely remembered anything about Alicia Fox and Cedric Alexander, and yet they still interjected it last night as if we gave a damn. And then for what reason? The guy was wrestling Neville tonight. He wasn't wrestling Noam Dar or whatever the fuck.
It's because that's the feud. It's Noam Dar. He just took on Rich Swann on Raw. And then on 205 Live, it's Cedric versus Neville. It's like the switching of the poisons of who's facing who.
I don't know if you noticed this, man, but and I don't understand it because I think I'm entertained by the matches and I'm entertained mostly by Austin Aries doing commentary. But when the cruiserweights come out, it is dead silence.
Yeah,
in that crowd. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. You know, I think they're doing a good job building these guys. I really do. I changed my mind about that aspect. You know, when they showed Ali the video package, I was like, oh, this guy looks interesting. Let me check him out, and he was really good. Granted, they had like 4 minutes.
And then you noticed that he was like he was trying to go for the hot tag. He was trying to get the crowd behind him, and they just would not pop. He was waving his hand. Like, they just would not say nothing.
The only one that they're interested in is Neville.
Gentleman Jack is getting it. Gentleman Jack is
start somewhere.
Slowly.
That's true. I love Gentleman Jack.
Yeah, I actually just love the fact they have Mustafa Ali as a face.
Yep.
Like that's an obvious
heel. That guy's good.
Yeah.
That guy's good. And TJ Perkins is nice, man. He has that nice kick that he does. That looks like a Mortal Kombat type a kick. He does it really, really well. I think his moves are very smooth. I don't understand why the crowd is giving them this kind of shit, to be honest, because they're fucking phenomenal athletes out there. All of those guys are doing a really good job. However, Neville is the king of the cruiserweights, and he will absolutely be getting that on Sunday. And I do, unfortunately, have to agree with that Rich Swann has run its course with me with the dancing thing.
Please.
Well, thank you. You know why it bothers me? Because he pins the guy, and while he's on his knees, he's doing that gyration thing.
Yeah,
I'm just like, that is not necessary.
And I think the song doesn't help.
Yeah.
The song is just horrible. Man.
A great athlete, but his little 5 minutes are over.
Whenever you have somebody running down the ring to fight him, you hear the song, coming at you because I'm fabulous.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when you hear like TJ Perkins songs, you can literally hear people talking in the audience. That's how Perkins. Silent. I like TJ Perkins, but
I'm talking about his theme, man. I love that theme song, but that's my genre. So.
Oh yeah, no, I like it too. That's what I'm saying. Like the crowd is just giving them shit, like every single time that they're out there. I don't get it. But also
about TJ Perkins' theme song.
Yeah.
Well, the crowd don't give a shit because his theme song sounds like an 80s video game. Like, video games these days do not sound like that, so nobody's going to pop for that.
No, but I hate to disagree.
You got to be at least 28 and over. to know about that.
I disagree with you, but Nintendo is the biggest thing of the year.
Yeah,
so I think
people. But now it is. I'm just saying. But like when that came out, that Nintendo was not out.
I mean, the whole retro video game thing is still really popular. I mean, we were on the network dedicated to it not too long ago.
Very, very popular. However, it's not working for the WWE fans because they're not into it whatsoever. And it's unfortunate.
Oh, we have not mentioned this yet, but NXT is this Saturday, too.
That's right. I didn't even know that until last night. By the way, I'm glad you brought that up because, like I said, I really legitimately did not know that there was an NXT takeover this week. And when I saw the commercial, I was like, this is the weakest...
Yes, yeah.
This is the weakest promotion and also card for an NXT show. Like, I didn't even feel like it was like, hey, by the way, there's an NXT show Saturday. Anyway, the Royal Rumble. Like, normally it's like, there's NXT this week, and, they show, like, really good matches, and then they show, like, 3 matches, which, aside from the main event for a second, they had that tag team match with DIY against those fat guys, and
the Authors of Pain, yes.
Yeah, the Authors of Pain. And I'm like, okay. And then they show Asuka's going to wrestle 3 jobbers.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's calm down on that one.
Well, okay. No, 2 jobbers and fucking Crazy Mary Dobson.
Okay, but I'm saying...
Crazy Mary Dobson? I thought it was Nikki Cross.
Listen, at this point, that wrestling that Kurt Angle was supposed to be commentary sounds more appealing on Saturday to watch, to be honest with you.
But honestly, I think Asuka's losing the belt, though, this Saturday. So
really?
Yeah.
So what?
It's a fatal 4-way. That's why she's going to lose it. They're going to have Nikki Cross pin Billy or Peyton instead of Asuka. So Asuka still keeps her streak going.
I'm saying the general audience has no clue who those other 3 ladies are for the most part.
A lot of people know Nikki because she's a part of Sanity and it's been getting crazy. Like, she's probably the strongest member in Sanity right now.
Okay. Maybe. But,
it's like Eric Young, Sanity, and the other ones.
It's not the strongest lineup and not the strongest promotion. They only showed those 3 matches.
Yeah.
I seriously can do without freaking Billy Kay and what's her name. I fucking hate those girls. I hate those girls so much. They fucking suck. Period.
I don't like Billy Kay.
Hate them.
Yeah. Very weak. Very weak.
But the other matches we didn't mention, I expect top-notch matches, though. Roderick Strong is taking on Andre Almas, the Puerto Rican, Mexican guy that looked like the Godfather, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
And Eric Young versus Ty Dillinger.
Okay.
I'm down with that match.
I'm not excited.
I'm kind of excited. I actually think that might
Kinda.
I'm excited a little bit, obviously, for the main event, and I'll tell you for 2 reasons. Obviously, because it's Bobby Roode and because it's Nakamura, but also because these are the 2 guys who have the 2 best entrances of the year, and they're going to wrestle each other. So I wonder if they're going to have another massive entrance.
For sure.
But again, all jokes aside, it's still I didn't feel it this time. When they talked about it, I just didn't get a good feeling of it. It just felt like an afterthought, and normally it doesn't have that feeling, And I think the way that they promoted it even tells me that they don't even think much of this. I think they have all their eggs right now in the Royal Rumble, and I think they're probably even saying like maybe we shouldn't even have had NXT takeover this time, but they're doing it and. They promoted it with the 3 matches that I'm sure only one match is, is what people are talking about is Bobby Roode and Nakamura. But the other 2 matches, I'm sure people were like, what? Like the Authors of Pain. I'm telling you, I was, Asuka's my girl, but I was like, really? I don't know.
Asuka and Nikki Cross are going to tear it down, I feel. I don't know what the hell Billy and Peyton are going to do.
I really hope so.
They're going to get their ass kicked. That's pretty much it.
I really, really hope so because the way they promoted it wasn't too good.
You can really sense that they're in a huge rebuilding phase with NXT because they lost Finn, Sammy. Kevin was there for a hot minute, but still. Samoa's supposed to be going up soon. Nakamura is supposed to be coming up soon. So There's trying to get Bobby and Eric Young and Roderick Strong to really recreate NXT, but it's going to take a while, though.
Where's James Storm? I thought he was coming back.
He's still in TNA. He's battling. No, he's not battling for the tag team titles. What the hell is James Storm doing?
I didn't even know he was still in TNA.
Yeah, he was leading the DCC, and which is Bram, Eddie Kingston, and himself. And I think they disappeared after that because nobody cared about it.
Uh-huh. Wow, James Storm, I think, made a huge mistake. A couple, but.
WWE didn't want to sign him wanted to sign him for cheap money, so it's like, all right, I'll go to TNA. And then as soon as he went to TNA, everyone went to WWE.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if he would have stayed for the cheap money, he could have at least built himself a little bit, maybe gotten more money, eventually.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. I mean, I hope they're paying him well in TNA, I guess. I guess James Storm has literally chosen money over exposure because he would have gotten way more exposure in NXT and way more talked about. I think that's valuable. Mm-hmm. Even if you're there for a couple of months, you still up your rate for other shows outside. So I don't know. I don't know if TNA's again. I don't know if that was a good decision on James Storm's part, but yeah. So NXT is on Saturday from Dallas, and that's what's going to happen on Saturday.
Do you want some, well, we're about in the hour mark, so in the Royal Rumble, we're going to talk a lot about that. So let's do some predictions, I guess, for San Antonio.
Okay.
NXT, the TakeOver event, yeah. So starting from the bottom of the card, Roderick Strong versus Andre Cien Almas. Who you got?
Roderick Strong.
Roddy.
All the way.
Yeah, same.
I'm beginning to really enjoy watching Cien.
Yeah, I like him. He's good. Yeah. But Roderick Strong is the guy that they believe in.
Mm-hmm. Eric Young versus Ty Dillinger.
Eric Young.
All across the board?
Well, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? I want to give that to Ty.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ty, too. I'm sorry. I'm going to go with Ty because I think he had a really, really good reaction when he wrestled Bobby. And I think they're going to go with that, instead of, obviously it wasn't going to be Bobby Roode, but I think Eric Young is somebody he can beat and not hurt Eric Young too much. So I think I'm going to go with Ty as well. He's popular.
I'm going with Eric Young.
And he just got released in the video game, so.
There we go. I'm going to go with Ty Dillinger as well, just because it feels like they're going to build him up as possibly the guy to carry NXT along with Bobby Roode because the crowd loves this guy way more than they expected. Yeah.
And by the way, he has an awesome, awesome entrance in the game. Really one of the best entrances actually in the entire game is for Ty Dillinger. They really did a good job with that. So, they just released him in the video game. He's very popular. The crowd likes him. I have to go with Ty Dillinger on that one.
We also have the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way. Asuka versus Nikki Cross versus Billie Kay versus Peyton Royce. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Asuka. And if she loses, I truly believe that Asuka, not Bayley, will be the one to go up there and confront and be the real threat to Charlotte. That would be my prediction for that. But if it's not that, then Asuka's going to win. But if she loses, that's what I think is going to happen.
Sorry.
Bad.
Laura?
I think I'm going to go with Cross on the women's match.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's Asuka, and I want Asuka to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Laura. I'm going to go with Asuka. Not Asuka, Nikki Cross to win it. But Asuka will not be taking the pin, making that clear.
Okay. That's true.
Also, we have the tag team title match. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus the Authors of Pain. We like to kill people.
Guys.
I would love to say DIY, but I don't know. Like, WWE likes guys like that, and I'm just afraid about that aspect. I think DIY should win, and I hope they win, but this one I'm not too sure about. I can see the fat guys winning.
Well, here's my thought on this, and see if you can follow me on this, because we all know Authors of Pain are just fucking injury prone assholes. They damn near killed that one guy. But I have a feeling that this is going to probably end in disqualification.
I hope so. Because WWE likes these kind of guys. They're big, they're dominant. They have Paul Ellering. All reason in your brain says DIY, but WWE likes, like I said, they like these kind of guys. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't know. This is I hope DIY, because that rival, in my opinion, they should hold the belts for a while.
Right.
So until they get to face a really good tag team.
But who are you going to go with, though? Who do you think is actually going to win?
DIY.
DIY? All right.
I'm hoping DIY, yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if the fat guys won.
And what about you, Big O? Who do you think is winning? DIY or Authors of Pain?
I would say DIY, whatever the fucking name is. I heard they had a really good match with the Revival again last Thursday.
Oh, they always.
Yep.
And I feel like that momentum and them just having the belt for a few months is gonna have them keep it for a little while longer.
Let's hope so.
Because honestly, let's be honest. If you look at the Authors of Pain, they don't look like stars. They look.
They look like jobber fodder.
They just recently injured some rookie. I mean, I don't know. Say again.
They look like
my Skype is acting up right now.
They look. I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody touched anything.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Somehow Joey called us while talking to us.
Exactly. It's a trick. It's a trick, I tell you. Do not pick up. But I'm telling you that, like I said, all you guys are right. That's what reason suggests. But again, WWE likes these types of guys, and I'm just saying that keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. And plus, they have Paul Ellering. I don't know. I hope it's like what Laura said, disqualification. I can accept that. I would really, really be disappointed after DIY had that match or matches with the Revival just to lose to these two, because I don't think there's anything original about these guys. We've seen acts like this, if you will.
And see, it sucks. I like Paul Ellering.
Me too. He's with the wrong team. He's with the wrong team.
Yeah.
He should be with the Ascension, in my opinion. I think the Ascension should do more.
The Ascension could really use him up on the main roster right now.
Agreed. And they need to build that SmackDown Tag Team division, because was American Alpha even on the show again?
They were Lumberjacks.
Yeah, they were one of the Lumberjacks. Yeah, trying to look tough.
Who are the champions? American Alpha?
Yeah.
American Alpha.
They're the champions?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't.
They had the rematch last week against the Wyatt family. That's what started the whole Randy Orton, Luke Harper that they came to face this week.
Wow.
And tag team titles were not even featured tonight. They were Lumberjacks.
That's right. And then if that wasn't bad enough, the worst part about that situation is that Mojo Rawley won.
Yeah.
I was hoping at least. I thought Rhino. I was like, Royal Rumble, give Rhino a shot. He's a big guy. He does the gore. Or maybe it was too many guys with too many spears.
Who the fuck did the Vaudevillains piss off?
I don't know, man. But let me tell you something. I was in Madison Square Garden, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, and I was maybe one of the few people that enjoyed seeing the Vaudevillains live. I really love that tag team. I really, really do. First of all, Simon Gotch is an incredible wrestler. Same thing with Aiden English. I think they're an amazing tag team. I love the concept of the team. I don't know what they did, but they must have done something, because they didn't really give them a shot, in my opinion. Also, joining us from Queens, New York.
The one, the only, the Byron.
Hey, better late than never.
We got that out of the way.
Freddie.
Were you out fighting? Were you out fighting crime?
Batman.
No, I was tormenting.
So Okay, so going back to the NXT stuff, what else we have?
After the tag team match, which I think we all agree DIY is going over.
Yeah.
Main event: Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode. Who's your NXT champion?
Again, this is another one of those things where if they want Nakamura to go up to the main roster, he's going to lose. I think they really like Bobby Roode a lot, and they want to push that guy a lot in NXT. So I could see Bobby Roode winning, but I think I have to go with Nakamura. But again, another situation where I'm not going to be surprised if Bobby wins.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
That's a tough one because I think, it wouldn't surprise me if Nakamura's in the Rumble as a surprise, because people would really not think at all that he could be in the Rumble because he wrestled at NXT or whatever.
My God, could you imagine that pop?
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, I think it's a possibility that he could be at the Rumble, especially if he loses the title. Which if he does, then everybody's going to jump on that. But again, Bobby Roode did just get there. He only had a couple of matches pertaining
good matches.
Yeah, good matches. But to beat Nakamura right off the gate, that's the part I had trouble with. Mm-hmm. Nakamura losing to Samoa Joe, in the middle of his title reign didn't look too good in my opinion. I don't know why they did it, and then 2 weeks later they gave it back to him. I don't think they should have done it that way, but yeah, I have to go with Nakamura because I can't see Bobby Roode winning that quickly. But if he does lose, Nakamura's going to the main roster.
All right,
Nakamura. I'm sorry, I'm having some Skype issues, and I'm trying to do something right now.
Okay, Laura.
I agree. I agree with you. As I see Nakamura winning, but I wouldn't be shocked if Bobby did.
It's tough. That's a tough one because they really like Bobby Roode.
Yeah, but they do. But I don't see Nakamura going to the main roster anytime soon. Just because.
And that's why I think he is.
Well, they've been announcing who's been finishing their first, second, and third classes, and Nakamura recently finished the third class as NXT. He's completely done with all training he had to do in the developmental.
No, but this is the problem. I don't see him going up there because Samoa Joe just recently is the guy that's going up there. I don't see them doing both of them at the same time.
So you say there's but you don't think there's a possibility that he's a surprise in the Rumble?
A possibility, but not to join the main roster yet.
Okay.
I don't see him joining the main. They still need him at NXT. They need him there.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true. But like I said, they do like Bobby Roode a lot.
So that's Byron, you're going with Nakamura as well?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, you were saying that like Nakamura's not going up, so I'm assuming.
And just because he loses doesn't mean he's going to the main roster. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I think it does.
Yeah.
No, because Samoa Joe lost too, and he didn't go to the main roster.
But there's no reason for Nakamura to lose that title then.
Why not?
He just got it back.
But yeah, I know, and unfortunately he lost it, and then they put it back, and it just that didn't make any sense at all. But I think he doesn't need the title. He's as popular as he be without it or with it.
Yeah,
I don't think any more than popular than with the belt on. So I think they want to do something with Bobby Roode if anything, and I think he's the main heel there at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see anybody else being the heel there besides Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe is definitely not going to be there now because I know he's definitely going to the main roster.
Well, they're elevating Eric Young too.
Yeah, but who's the real focus on is my whole point.
About Roode?
Ty Dillinger.
Right. Right. So yeah.
The guy that Bobby Roode beat.
Yeah. So who are you going with, Byron? Bobby
Roode, yeah.
All right. And
even though I do think it is a little too early, but I still say Bobby.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and join the Byron wagon and say I think Bobby Roode's taking the belt too.
Yeah.
I don't know if Nakamura's going to show up the Rumble. I think he's coming up the main roster soon.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
But just know that if he does go to the Royal Rumble, doesn't mean he's going to be on the main roster.
That's true. That's true.
Because Sami Zayn went up there. I think.
Yeah, Rusev.
Yeah, it was just like a surprise thing. Yeah, but they didn't really join the main roster.
Bo Dallas, he won the tournament, went to the Royal Rumble, and wasn't seen for a year.
Didn't they do that a couple of times with somebody like winning something on NXT and then they go to the Royal Rumble for one night?
Hideo Itami did that. He went on to the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Right. Yeah. They've done it a couple of times. So it's not impossible.
So, all right. So we got all the score.
But here's the thing about Nakamura.
They really need Nakamura at NXT. They don't have them right now at the moment. The star power isn't there. I think he's the main one right now. Him and Bobby Roode have power right now.
But I will say though that if Nakamura shows up at the Rumble, he's going to have a massive reaction, and that could elevate or escalate his leaving NXT based on his reaction.
I just want to see him and Brock in the ring, man. They'd hit each other so fucking stiff. It'd be great.
You can say that honestly about everybody, though. Like, I want to see Brock with everybody, but I don't think we're going to see that.
True. But not many people would be stiff with Brock Lesnar like a Nakamura will. Nakamura would probably break his jaw, and then Brock would break his jaw back.
Sheamus does too, man.
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys there. There's a lot of guys.
But I think Sheamus would be he would be mindful of it. You know what I mean? I don't think Nakamura would. Like Nakamura wouldn't give a shit.
Nakamura would be like, "This is the dance I remember in Japan. I'm loving it."
So Byron, let me ask you this: who do you think will have the better entrance? Ooh, because these are the two guys that have had the best entrances of the year.
Well. At what NXT at the NXT?
Yeah, between Bobby Roode and Nakamura, these guys have been notorious for their entrances this year.
It's funny that you mentioned that now that I remember we're comparing their entrances and now they're fighting each other.
That's true.
I don't know. The thing with Nakamura is the last time he had an entrance, it wasn't that great. It was just Bobby Roode still had a
Bobby Roode won. Yeah, Bobby Roode won that time.
Yeah, so I don't know. I would have to say at the moment maybe Bobby Roode because I don't know what else you can do with Nakamura's entrance. He already does a lot as it is himself. He's out there.
I'm going to take a different answer. I'm going to say Asuka's going to have the best entrance that night. I think you can do more with Asuka's entrance than you can with Nakamura and Bobby.
But you know what's interesting about Bobby and Nakamura is that, like you said, you can't do anything more with Nakamura. But what else can you do with Bobby Roode?
Glorious.
Right. But there's I don't know. I just think that Nakamura does a lot himself when he's just in there. He's moving all over the place like he's on drugs or some shit, PCP. He does way too much. So he doesn't need all that.
The king of PCP, Nakamura.
He is.
Yeah.
The king of Thriller.
Bobby Roode, I think, could have a really cool entrance with the video package and the music playing, some pyro, and
I think he should I think he should also get a valet, like make it really old school.
I agree.
A steady, really good-looking valet,
but and know what?
Not a valet that's going to eventually get in the ring, just a valet.
But you know what? And I agree, and I think that if anything, he should have done that from the get-go. He doesn't need it at the moment because he's already succeeded without a valet on NXT, so he doesn't need it at the moment. But it would
be something to add, like a really good-looking valet, and again, not a valet that's going to eventually wrestle, just a valet, just a strict valet, like what Garvin from the Freebirds used to have, just a steady valet, keep it like that. I think that would fit Bobby Roode very well.
What if Oscar interferes in that match and help Bobby? Oh.
I don't think Oscar's a valet.
All right, so
she wouldn't settle on that role at all.
Oh God.
Asuka, I said earlier, Byron, that Asuka is going to be the one, not Bayley, but Asuka is going to be the one that's going to eventually challenge Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the
I would like that. Yeah.
Because that's the only one that I think people will really be like, holy shit, I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
And you know why people would say holy shit? Because they treating her the right way on NXT. So she's still recognized as one of the top females on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Bayley, where they fucked up, unfortunately.
Yeah, they did.
Right. So
that was it for the NXT?
Yeah, that was the whole NXT card. 5 matches.
This is, by the way, Byron, this is the weakest NXT that we've had, I think.
Yeah. As far as a push goes, but the same could be said about the Royal Rumble.
I think
that's a weak Rumble too. Actually,
the thing is, the guys that they've elevated on NXT are on the main roster already. That's the problem. Out of that star that they had, I
wouldn't call it a card because there's so many the opportunities are there. Yeah. It's just got to make everything click,
Mm-hmm. Right. But see, that's why I'm saying Nakamura at the moment should not leave because they need him there right now. Yeah. They don't have that many guys that have that name power yet.
Kind of like what Finn Balor was. Finn was ready for a while, but they kept him down there because they needed somebody to keep NXT going.
Yeah. And build other guys. They have to. That's the way you do it. You're not going to rely on Bobby Roode at the moment. Him.
If you did, who would he feud with?
Ty Dillinger, Eric Young, Roderick Strong.
As a main guy?
Ty Dillinger is almost there. You give him I think Ty Dillinger is going to win the title this year.
You talking about the guy who they do 10 with?
10.
Yep.
10. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
This year.
I don't. You know the problem with him is
he had a match with Bobby Roode in Toronto. That match was fucking phenomenal.
It was okay. I remember.
No, I'm not disputing the match. I'm just saying, in terms of being the guy. I don't know.
Yeah. The thing with him is I think the whole. It's just his number 10 thing is catching on. That's all it is. I don't see them really catching on as them supporting.
He's also
him.
He's been doing this for a while. He went from a jobber status to one of the most over guys there, selling pretty decent merch.
But Sean, Byron does have a point. Is he over or is the 10 thing over? Because you could make an argument.
We had this argument with Daniel Bryan too, to be honest.
Daniel Bryan was over. Daniel Bryan was over. Totally different. I don't remember who was arguing that, but Ty, I could say that his 10 thing is almost as popular, if not more, than him.
Matter of fact, let's just remove the 10. Let's just remove 10. What about him?
I mean, he's a good wrestler
in the fucking ring.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. Yeah.
He's actually not bad on the mic either.
But if he didn't have that 10 thing, I don't think he would be as popular.
He'd be that guy.
See, it's kind of like
finding that niche. In the business, it's finding that niche, and that niche makes people remember you. And when you get remembered, is when you start getting fucking booked.
Right,
that's what makes it.
Or even looking at the comparison of James Ellsworth and Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger, he created the 10 thing, it got over, and he was able to continue that momentum. Ellsworth with a 2 fists that could fight anyone, it got over, but he couldn't carry that momentum. That's what Ty Dillinger has. He's kept himself going since the original thing. So,
and I don't know.
He's on a losing streak to boot.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw this, Byron, but he has a really cool entrance in the game.
Oh,
Ty Dillinger.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't even. That's funny that you mentioned it. I have him, but I didn't even check him yet.
Oh, check him out, dude. He's awesome. He's really awesome in the game.
I haven't even checked him.
Yes,
I know. I saw parts of his entrance when it was first announced. I think it was the trailer.
The crowd does the 10 thing in the matches. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I think he's a good wrestler. I'm not doubting the guy. I've seen him wrestle, but I just think that that number 10 thing is just more over than he is.
I agree, but I think he's definitely not gone away from it. He's definitely riding the momentum better than Ellsworth or anyone else.
Well, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
If you were to tell me, compared to Daniel Bryan thing, Daniel Bryan was just loved, period.
Yeah.
And he had that catchy yes thing and the no thing. But remember, when he was not, when he was still not the Royal Rumble, people were down.
Well, that was also post yes. The best example is probably the 18 seconds. That's the best story. Because that was before the yes.
Daniel Bryan's beloved, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But if it wasn't for the yes, I don't know if he would have made it to where he was. The yes thing pushed him to that next level.
It helped, of course. It helped. But it was also his character himself.
If it wasn't for the yes, I don't think he'd make it as far as he did. I think he
For WWE purposes, yeah, but
he would have had to find himself another niche.
Yeah, the crowd was into him though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think WWE needed the yes, but the crowd didn't.
True. All right, so getting off of NXT, I know we're going to do a lot with the Royal Rumble. Before we actually talk about the card, there's a lot of talks about some potential guys perhaps being in this match. Of course, there's the rumors that Ty Dillinger is going to be in the Royal Rumble at the number 10 spot, which they better freaking do.
They need to. It's been talked too much. They need to.
Yeah.
I don't. But let me ask you guys something. Hold on.
I think that's a waste of spots to me.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was just gonna say. I was going to say
they have 30 spots to fill, and half the roster isn't even fucking announced yet.
Yeah, because I'm telling you,
it's a waste. All right,
it's gonna be a lot of surprises.
Yeah, there's 8 spots that have not been announced yet.
And we ended up being like disappointed in like half of it.
Like I don't want to see the Brooklyn Brawler. I don't want to see Coco Beware.
Okay, so what spot isn't a waste? How about that?
Is Coco Beware alive?
I'm just saying. I don't fucking know.
I'm
just saying that Todd Dillinger is not the guy that would. Oh my god! Whatever.
If it's at 10,
he would get a reaction though.
If it's at 10,
he would get a reaction. But I want somebody that I haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? Like I want a surprise like that.
Let me ask you this: would you rather Ty Dillinger or Tatanka?
Exactly.
Exactly. I want Ty. Yeah. I want Ty more.
I'm telling you, if it's not Ty Dillinger, it's going to be somebody like that. And if it's going to be somebody like that, I'd rather have Ty Dillinger.
I'd rather be number 10. Guy.
I will say, if Ty Dillinger isn't number 10, then it's a waste. Then I'll agree with you.
Okay, then I agree there too.
Yeah.
It has to be the number 10. If you put him in number 11 or number 9,
that would be horrible. That would be
the WWE are just that type of assholes, though. They would do that kind of fucking thing. They would just to fucking stand.
That would be
number 9. 10.
That would be the stupidest thing I've ever seen. If they come out, he's number 8.
Number 1, 10.
It's just the luck of the draw. It's not staged.
It's not because somebody said he was going to be number 10. It's the luck of the draw.
That's the first thing everybody's going to say, the nitpickers like me.
Let me tell you something. There was a period of time back in the day when I was obviously way younger.
Having some fucking horrible fucking Skype problems.
When I was way younger, I really thought that they really drew the numbers. Like
that's the part I miss in the Royal Rumble.
They always had the behind the scenes where they freaking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I missed that shit, man.
Yeah, those are cool.
Remember? Listen, remember the time when Ric Flair drew a number and Eddie Guerrero stole it? Like that's what I want to see, stuff like that. You know, like they don't even do that no more. No luck of the draw. Nobody's, complaining.
They did it a couple of years. They've done it a couple of times.
That's what made the Royal Rumble.
They've done it a couple of times.
No, but they haven't did it. But remember, like throughout the whole show, it would be like the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
they've done it here and there. They've done the opening Royal Rumble promos, or in the middle of the Royal Rumble they'll do the promos like old school. Mm-hmm. Like they've done stuff like that throughout the years.
Typically during the show more recently they do the actual number drawing, like
right.
Yeah. Also, there's some of the other names that are being talked about. I mentioned Ty Dillinger. There's a chance that Tyler Bate, the new UK champion, might be in there just to promote the UK thing, which whatever.
Yeah,
but
if he comes out, he's going to come out to crickets.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he will, for sure.
But getting away from Tyler Bate, the 2 names, three names, I should say, that have been talked about the most, that are going to be in the Rumble. Yeah. We'll start with the one that's actually in the WWE, Finn Balor. Is he going to be in?
That I can see.
Can I tell you something about?
Isn't there like a report that the last 48 hours is that they've been trying to test him out to see if he could be cleared? That's basically the last I heard.
Wait a second. So, if he's in it, right? If he's in it,
he might win it.
I don't think. No, he's not going to win it. I don't think it's a good idea for him to be in it because I think he's going to be thrown out. He's not going to be that guy to win. So I think you want to save him for another event. To be honest,
I believe he's one of the favorites. If he were to be in it, he's going to be a favorite.
Yeah, not only that, but if they could clear him, he's going to be in it.
He won't win though. That's my point. I just think
I think he will. There's a good possibility he very might.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
I do not. I will go on record saying that Finn Balor, if he's in it, he's not going to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they should hold off on him and debut. Not debut, but reappear somewhere else down the line. I don't think he needs to be at the Rumble to appear.
That I disagree with Kev. If they could clear him, he's going to be in.
But the thing is, I just feel like you would just. It would be a cool shocker for the second, but he's going to be tossed out.
But Byron, there's going to be 29 other guys that are going to be in it that are not going to win it either.
Yeah.
I know, but I think he should be saved as a bigger thing.
They want to make this the biggest Royal Rumble.
When nobody's expecting him and shit.
They want to make this the biggest Royal Rumble. If you could have Finn Balor in it, have him.
Right now, according to oddschecker.com, Finn Balor is the fifth favorite to win the Royal Rumble.
According to who?
They just take like Sky Bet, Sports Bet, Paddy Power, a bunch of online betting sites and put them together.
But you know what?
And he's right now fifth behind Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Braun Strowman, and Bill Goldberg to win it.
I don't want Randy.
I don't know why Randy's so high either.
Wait a minute.
Nah, Randy Orton is definitely not winning.
So so Finn Balor is number 5, even though technically he's not in it.
Technically not announced, but Samoa Joe's number 6, and he's
that's
not
the dumbest thing I've ever heard, though. Like if people are playing, if people are putting money on this, actual money, then that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Wait, Sean.
But it's also one of the most you can't figure out who's going to win the Royal. I'm sorry, watching both Raw and SmackDown, who the fuck's going to win the Royal Rumble?
I get that, but what I'm saying is that you're placing money on a guy who's not even in the Royal Rumble. Is what I'm saying.
But I want to know who's the top 5? The people.
Okay, I'll do it from 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st.
Yeah.
Number 5, Finn Balor. Number 4, Randy Orton. Number 3, The Undertaker. Number 2, Braun Strowman, and number 1, Bill Goldberg is the current favorite.
What?
Out of all of those, I would say Braun Strowman has the strongest chance.
Bill Goldberg number 1? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Dude, they have The Undertaker at number 3.
Just to go even lower.
And once again, they have someone that's not even in the Royal Rumble.
Just to go even lower for you. Number 6 is Samoa Joe. 7, Jericho. 8, Brock Lesnar. 9, Sami Zayn. And 10, The Miz.
Oh, my God.
Okay, first of all, I think the only one that fucking fits well is Taker. I'm sorry. And I don't want to... Listen, as far as I know, there's a possibility that Taker may win because they want him to fight at Mania and shit for the belt or something. That's the rumors and shit. So who the fuck knows if that's actually going to go down? But other than that whole shit is all fucked up.
Undertaker, first of all, Undertaker's already won a Royal Rumble and won one of the greatest finishing Royal Rumbles of all time. I don't think you need the Undertaker to win another Royal Rumble.
But I think if they're gonna do it, I think if it's his last run, like always, every fucking year I hear the shit, there's a possibility.
I'm still surprised. Like, I checked out another sheet. Randy Orton's the 2nd favorite somewhere else. Why is Randy Orton so popular to win this?
He was hugely over in the Garden, so he's very over. I don't know why.
What he's doing is not putting him anywhere in the spotlight. It's like he just lost in the shuffle, man.
Yeah.
He has a storyline going on.
Listen, they put him in that fucking storyline that made no fucking sense. Why he even is in with these guys. And on top of that, I just feel like they had nothing for him. And they just say, hey, you know what? Put him in the fucking team. And I'm not interested. I'm really honestly not interested in that feud that's going on between him.
It's over. It's over with the crowd.
I'm not really, and I don't even care about it, to be honest with you, man.
All right. So, quick around the table. Will Finn be in? Joey.
How big is this table? Hold on.
I said it's a strong possibility. I would definitely not say that it's not.
Strowman's not winning, man.
No. Finn Balor is in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, will he be in? Not winning. Will he be in?
A possibility. I'm not saying he's not. It's a possibility.
Right. Laura?
I think if he gets cleared, he's in.
There is a real good possibility of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he looked good at the when he popped in for the European tournament. Just kind of being there. He looked fine.
What was his injury?
Shoulder.
Shoulder. I think it was torn rotator cuff, and
That's not too bad.
Okay, so getting to the second name on this list, and perhaps the least likely, but people are clamoring like crazy on the internet because it's the internet. Kenny Omega.
That's actually something I've heard very strongly yesterday.
Not only has the whole Kenny Omega thing about him not being in New Japan, he's been on interviews saying he's leaving all options open. He doesn't know what he's going to do. He's letting everyone talk to him. However, two more things to add on. He does have a wrestling show the day before in Chile. I don't even know what the hell is going on in Chile.
That means nothing.
Right? And he did, which I'm not sure if this picture was real, but it surfaced online that he signed somebody and said number 30, Kenny Omega in the signature.
Well, let me tell you something. First of all, he's free from his contract. That's number one. I'm talking about like contractual.
His contract with New Japan runs out the end of January.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was reported that it ran out on January 9th. That he's free. That was something that they try to keep very, very low. That they wanted people to think that it was on January or at the end of January, but he's been free since January 9th. So that basically what I read was, and from a really reliable source, that he's free to be at the Rumble. He could be at the Rumble if they wanted him there, or if he wanted to go there. So I would not rule out. I would say to anyone that says it's impossible, it's not impossible. He could be there. Will he be there? Based on whether he wants to go there or not, or whether WWE.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think he would have as big of an impact that AJ Styles had last year when he came out?
No.
No, right? I agree with that.
I think you'll have a portion of the crowd who knows who he is. They would have to put his name, really big on the screen, which it's a big place, so they would have to do that. But he, I would say 70% of that crowd is not going to know immediately. Kenny Omega is.
I would say closer to 60% would know, just because it's not like a Monday Night Raw in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is a Royal Rumble where you got guys coming from England, Chile, Australia to come here. That's where Omega is, so who knows? So I would say there's more likely for him to be known in a Rumble than he would in Little Rock. So
that's true, but I'm just saying, like, you got to understand, this is the Alamo Dome. If there's a reaction, it's not going to be as predominant on television as it may be in the arena because of the fact that it's so big. So what I'm saying is that when he comes out, you're not going to hear like a massive, like if Kurt Angle came out or something like that,
I was just trying to see like the comparison because they were both in the same group.
No, AJ's more known.
Yeah, AJ would get a bigger reaction.
Right.
Plus it was in Orlando.
Yeah.
It was in Orlando. That's true.
I mean, if it's in Toronto, maybe Kenny would get a better reaction.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's no question that he's going to get a reaction, but what I'm saying is even the strongest reaction that he gets may not come across on television. You might have people that go to the show that will say it was bigger, but on television, it's not going to be that massive because, again, it's the Alamo Dome, so... a lot of reactions are going to seem off. I'm telling you.
Well, what do you think, Laura, the New Japan expert of the table?
Well, if Kenny will get a great pop.
If Kenny will get a great pop, or even if he would show up, like is he just? I
don't know. I don't know if he'll show up. Like I said, I swear I heard that his contract with New Japan runs out on the 31st.
I'll actually.
I also heard that. He's already re-signed with them, and they're just keeping that on the low, and they're making everybody believe. But there's a bunch of shit that's being thrown up. You get what I'm saying? Is what I'm saying. I don't know what is really what. I'm just saying what I heard what you said online. I've heard.
Here's the report. It was reported before that Kenny Omega's Japan contract would expire on January 31st, which is 2 days after the Royal Rumble. Now there is a rumor that Kenny Omega may have gotten out of his contract on January 9th, which means that he is a free agent. Dave Meltzer brought up the situation on the Wrestling Observer Radio that Kenny Omega is not confirmed. I'm sorry, that the Royal Rumble is not yet confirmed, but that he is a free agent and he could potentially go to the Royal Rumble if he wanted to, or if the WWE wanted him to. In other words, he's free to go. It's just, will WWE want him, and will he want to go? Because let's keep in mind that, according to him, you know, he wasn't, or he made it seem like he wasn't that interested in going to the WWE, or he's trying to play it off. Or it could be that he was trying to play it off. But potentially, he's not contractually obligated to anyone, so he could show up at the Rumble if, again, they want him there, or if they're keeping that top secret. But, once again, if he does show up, like I said, it's going to be a portion of the crowd that will know who he is, but it's not. I don't know if the ovation is going to come across as a massive ovation like AJ last year. But again, AJ was in Orlando, so it's a different situation altogether. If you look at that '97 Royal Rumble, a lot of reactions are off, you know, because of that Alamo Dome. You couldn't really hear. Austin got a massive pop that night. And this was way before Austin was, you know, really, really popular. But they try to make it seem like Bret Hart got screwed and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm sure that, you know, people watching the Rumble are going to go ape shit if Kenny Omega comes out. That's for damn sure.
All right, so the last name on this list. The proof of this one is the fact that A, he's going to the WWE Hall of Fame this year.
Oh God.
B, he recently got pulled off of a show, 5 Star Wrestling in the United Kingdom.
Yes, we know Dallas Page, yes.
And finally, he just recently did an TMZ interview saying, hugely, I will not be in the Royal Rumble. So
I know, DDP is trying to make it seem like...
So,
you're not talking about
no, it's not. Ain't Dallas.
Wait, who else is going in the Rumble? I mean, the Hall of Fame.
Rude. Rick Rude. Yeah.
That's right. He has denied those rumors.
So it's Kurt Angle going to the Hall of Fame.
So has Beth Phoenix.
And Tugboat. He's denying that.
Every time I hear that name.
They went to his hospital bed and he said no. He said he was kind of doing something at the moment.
Tugboat. Tugboat, can you please report to the main office?
Is there a man named Tugboat here? And if so, why?
The doctor's ready to see Tugboat.
They're like, oh, he's not Tugboat. He's the guy with the mask that fell on his face.
The Shock Master.
Tugboat.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In all sincerity, I would pop more. Sorry to say this, but I would pop more if the Shockmaster came out than Kenny Omega. I would.
Yeah.
Love to see that. I would love just to see the Shockmaster pop out.
Is that the Shockmaster?
He's going to shock you.
And as soon as he gets into the ring, he trips over the ropes.
They don't even have to dump him out. He just dumps himself out.
Yeah, he just trips over the ropes.
All right, testing 1 2. Can y'all hear me? This fucking Skype. I swear, I've been wrestling with this shit for the last fucking hour. I think I got it situated. What are we up to? 'Cause I want to participate.
You know what's sad? We haven't noticed.
Yeah.
We were talking about.
Oh, that's horrible. All right, cool.
We're talking about Tugboat.
Yeah,
Tugboat.
Would you? Would you?
Did he die?
No.
No.
Would you pop if Shockmaster showed up at the Royal Rumble?
Only if he tripped, like from the get go. If he would have tripped and then gets eliminated, that'd be great.
No, he has to walk down the aisle and he trips inside. Going
inside,
into the
like he's gonna clothesline someone, but he trips and then falls out.
Yeah, that'd be great. But you know that's not gonna happen.
No.
But
that would probably happen. That would. They did it with Santino.
Getting off Shockmaster.
I mean, he's so overweight now, you know.
Well, anyone can be a Shockmaster. Just
I like being on Shockmaster.
And didn't Sean report that he was on his deathbed last week? I'm pretty doubt he's gonna make the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble's even lasting in his mind.
We were talking about other things, about a WWE Hall of Famer, then Tugboat was mentioned. So, but Kurt Angle, will he be in this Sunday's Royal Rumble?
Just like Finn Balor, I think it's strong possibility.
I'm gonna say this though. If he is in his Royal Rumble, to be honest with you, I felt like it was a waste of time even announcing his Hall of Fame. They should have kept that surprise. I feel like they should have did it maybe after, but not before. Because a lot of people already had gave up hope on Kurt Angle returning, so they should have just saved that.
I completely think the reverse. I think it was a good idea that they announced him for the Hall of Fame because it makes people think that he's not going to be at the Royal Rumble, and then he shows up.
Well, that's what I said. I think, but it's still something that they should have not.
Yeah, not yet.
I think they should have still kept it on the low, not say anything. And keep everybody wondering. Now there's a possibility that he won't be at the Rumble because of that reason.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think if he's at the Rumble, he's going to be at the Rumble.
I mean, look, I'm not saying he won't, but I'm just saying I think you took away that opportunity to have that.
Do you think that he could be medically cleared though? That's another question everybody's asking.
Of course.
Think about it, Joey. If you didn't announce it and this guy just came out, it would have been such a better surprise.
I agree. But
now we know that he's.
But announcing him for the Hall of Fame, people are like, okay, well, he's definitely not going to be at the Rumble.
No, but the problem is he's already with the company. So if he was to come out, it's not. Everybody would still be in shock, yes, but it's not that shock that we would have had if we didn't know he was with the company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but are you going to be mad that he comes out? No.
No, I just think it would have been more of a surprise for me.
Okay, so you're saying you want to see Kurt either way? I mean,
but I'm just saying I would have just been more excited about it, not knowing he's with the company.
Okay, but is he going to be in? That's the question.
It's more of a surprise.
I think that for people to say that it's impossible or it's never going to happen, I wouldn't say that. Like, I think it's a possibility. I think it's definitely a possibility.
Okay. But
I would love it, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be. Oh my God!
You're right.
If I see Kurt Angle at the Royal Rumble, I really wish he stays there for a good amount of time, not just one of those, regular run-ins. He gets eliminated and that's it.
Yeah, imagine they treat him. Imagine they treat him. No, but imagine they do treat him like if he was DDP that came out for like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him be another washed-up legend.
No, but let me ask you. What if they do? What if they do, Joey?
They're not. I'm telling you that they're not. That's not going to happen.
Let's put it to you this way. Kurt Angle and Goldberg are about the same age, and they're both freaking amazing. And the fact that Kurt Angle at this point can still
amazing.
You don't think what Goldberg did is amazing?
I think one is amazing, not both amazing.
Yeah,
Kurt Angle put him in the same category as Kurt Angle.
He's talking about age-wise, though.
Yeah.
Age-wise, what?
They're about the same age.
Kurt Angle's not the same guy anymore, man.
No, I know that, but Kurt Angle could go 100 times faster and do a lot more than Goldberg.
That we think.
No, yes,
we know.
Anyways,
did you see? First of all, hold on for a second. Did you see Goldberg come out and how he was huffing and puffing on Monday night? When he was in that ring?
Yo, Byron, I already spoke about how he botched the headbutt on the door and he busted his wide open.
On the locker. I did, but this is the thing. He's always been
I've been scratched.
But he's always been like that. He's always been a hard-headed guy where he just wants to be so
his head ain't hard no more. That shit is sore. That shit got cut.
But I'm gonna say for the record, I do not think that Kurt will be at the Rumble.
Okay.
I would love to see it. I think it's, like I said, it's a possibility, but I think because of the Hall of Fame thing, I don't think he's going to be there.
A lot of people are speculating because Kurt Angle got pulled from the announce team on Saturday's show in the UK. So they're basically saying that either two reasons: either WWE pulled him because they're competition, or he's going to be at the Rumble the next day. So that's why a lot of people are really taking the speculation more now.
See, but that's my problem with the whole thing. Now we can expect if he's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like we either way, he's with the company. Do you
want him there? That's the question. I want to see Kurt Angle in a damn WWE ring. Just give it to me.
Wait a minute, Sean. That was not the question. The question was, will he be there?
Byron seems like he doesn't want to see Kurt Angle. I'm confused.
I honestly didn't want to know. I honestly didn't want to know. I didn't want to know he was with the company.
We get that, but do you want to see him at the Rumble?
Yes, I want to see him anywhere in the WWE.
Yes. You know you're gonna pop the owner if he comes out. Don't give me that.
Of course. I just imagine if you didn't know anything.
I agree.
Okay, I already knew that AJ was going to be in the Rumble last year. I still lost my shit when AJ walked out.
That's true.
Wait. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
There was. Well, first of all, can I hold on for a second?
There was just as many rumors that AJ last year as Kurt this year.
But there's a difference, though. There's a difference. Kurt Angle is with the company. We didn't know AJ Styles was with the company.
I don't know if I would say Kurt Angle's with the company because he's in the Hall.
He hasn't signed no contract
yet. But he's on good terms. He's with them. He's doing an appearance for them, so he's with the company.
I don't know.
It's not like they're negotiating with him and like what they do.
It was literally announced on the WWE's website that they signed these 4 guys before the Royal Rumble. We knew AJ was in the company.
We knew it. Yeah, we knew AJ was going to be there, but it did not. Obviously, the crowd and us, it did nothing to deter us from our excitement.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if Kurt Angle comes out there, I'm losing my shit, and I have no problem admitting that.
Exactly.
All right.
So everybody's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be happy. But but my real gut feeling is that I don't think he'll be there. I hope I'm wrong on that.
I hope you're right about that.
All right. So finally to the Royal Rumble card.
Because they might feel like they don't even need him because they do have a lot of stars.
A lot of guys. They have a lot of guys.
There's still 8 spots left.
Kurt Angle needs to be in. I think Kurt Angle needs to be at the moment, just like I said about Finn Balor, I think they need to do something with him alone, where he gets all the attention drawn to him.
Well, okay. What if he came out and won?
He's not gonna win. There's no way. If he won, I would be so happy about it. But I don't think they have something else in mind.
But again, you can never say there's no way anymore because there is a way. There's always a way.
They have, if anything,
there was no way Goldberg was going to beat Lesnar. That's all I'm saying.
I think they have something else in mind for somebody else.
Not like that or at all.
Moving to the Royal Rumble card, there are 8 matches.
Wait, there's 8 matches?
There's 8 matches.
Yeah,
not on the actual Royal Rumble.
There are 6 matches on the card, 2 on the pre-show.
Okay, don't say 8 matches.
All right. Starting from the pre-show.
Why does the pre-show have to be 2 hours?
I don't know, man. Anyway, starting from the pre-show, Sasha Banks versus Behemoth Lady. Who you got?
By the way, before we get to that, I just want to say Byron was right about Lawler. Last week we said, because of his appearance on the King's Court, that they would sign him. Byron called it. He did sign a 1-year contract.
Yep.
They re-signed him. I'm happy for
1 year.
Like they said in the movie The Moneyball, a 1-year contract says to a talent, "There's not a lot of faith there."
Yeah,
that's the exact quote from Moneyball, and that's what it screams to me.
That tells me, okay, next year just give me the copy of your physical results. We gotta see if you're still healthy.
All right. So I'm sorry.
Bohemian Lady versus Sasha Banks, right?
Yeah.
The pre-show, by the way.
Yeah. Show, right? Yeah. That's how low Sasha Banks has gone. I don't know why. By the way, I don't know.
Well, just wait till you hear the rest of the card, Joey. It gets better.
I know.
Oh man.
You know why she's?
I know the card. Go ahead.
It's a Bohemian Lady.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. By the way, I don't know about this match. This is actually because they're building Behemoth Lady, so I don't know. Sasha has that injury, so I'm gonna go with Behemoth Lady on this one.
You know what sucks is I didn't even know this was going to be in the pre-show.
It was just announced today.
But
a few of these matches were literally announced
yesterday. No, it was announced on Raw.
Still.
But listen, I'm just saying it makes me feel so sad.
It makes me feel. I'll be honest with you. I don't feel sad for that. I feel sad for the other match that's on the pre-show because that match should have been on the pay-per-view.
Big O, Behemoth Lady, Sasha Banks.
I don't think he cares.
I think he left again. He just got so upset.
No, I'm sorry. I think Bohemian Flavor is gonna win because Big Joe had the bad leg and Sasha Banks is just getting washed up. Anyway,
Laura.
Because let's be honest, honestly, and I'm not saying it to be funny. Without the Charlotte and the Sasha Banks feud, where does Sasha go from here?
Putting up
you know what I think? I think there will be eventually a secondary title for the women.
I have a feeling that it's because the women's division is starting to get really, really big.
Yeah.
I would actually love to see the return of a women's tag.
Yeah,
I think that's. I don't know. That might be too much.
Wait, are you talking about the separate show they're thinking about doing with the women? You talking about?
You're talking about a women's Intercontinental title on Raw.
Yeah, I think eventually they'll go to another title for the women.
I'm going to tell you.
They really should.
So
I honestly think, they fucked up with that. What is it? 205 show, whatever the fuck it's called. They fucked up on that. I don't know if you want to start bringing more women titles, because I think they have to first focus on building all these girls up.
No, I'm not saying. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm just saying. I think it's possible somewhere down the road that they're going to do it because of this kind of a situation. Sasha on the pre-show. I mean, she was feuding in one of the top feuds of the year, and now she's on the pre-show. It just really doesn't make sense.
You imagine what she must feel like right now. I'm on the
exactly.
pre-show?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and not only that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Laura. Who do you think is going to win the match?
Pre-show.
I honestly, I'm gonna probably. It looks like they're building Nia up. So
Bohemian Lady.
Tranny voice.
Yeah, I don't know her. I don't know her by night.
Tranny voice.
It's Bohemian Lady, not Tranny voice.
I really don't know her by Nia, to be honest.
Wait a minute. Laura, did you just say that they were building her up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So they're starting to build her up again.
Yeah.
Where did it go wrong that they stopped building her?
When Bailey beat her.
Hold on, they were building her up, but after that horrible promo she cut, I don't know, man. Somebody's back there started cringing, ooh. All
right, Laura. So who's gonna win, Bohemian Lady or Bohemian Lady?
I told you.
Oh, Nia. Oh,
yeah,
Bohemian
Nia.
Lady.
Okay.
So we're all going for Bohemian Lady.
Yeah, I'm going Bohemian Lady. Going with the other match in the pre-show, and I agree with you, Joey. This is sad. Raw Tag Team Championship match. 2 refs assigned for the match. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Why the fuck is this on the fucking pre-show?
You know why I say that? Because believe it or not, whatever you think about the club, every time that they've got in the ring, whether it's been a singles match or a tag team match like last week, the crowd has been massively into it. They really, first of all, Sheamus and Cesaro have been amazing as a tag team. I love their entrance now. They really got everything flowing right now together. And they did a great job last week in that match. And Gallows and Cesaro doing the gut wrench from the ground on Gallows was awesome, by the way. I don't understand how that could be on the pre-show when these guys are that over. People have been really into that matchup, and it's on the pre-show. I don't get it.
And you know Cesaro right now is probably pissed off that he's on the pre-show.
I think it's messed up.
So they're doing a European tour later this year, March 17th or whatever. They put up the poster for Switzerland. Cesaro isn't on the WWE show poster for Switzerland.
Wow. And by the way, I loved how AJ brought that up about the Royal Rumble poster.
Mm-hmm.
About how he was in the background and John Cena's in the front. He's like, way to treat your champ, Shane McMahon.
Wait. That was tonight?
Yo, You gotta watch. If you watch SmackDown for anything, watch AJ and John Cena, man. They tore it down.
Like, what do you mean, verbally?
Promo-wise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
Really real stuff, man.
Yeah? Like, it got heated?
It got heated, yeah. Really good stuff.
All right, so
by the way, I have to go with the club on this. I think they want to start building the club, and the reason I think they want to start building the club is I think eventually, I don't know, I wouldn't say WrestleMania. I'm not ruling it out, but I do think that they want the club and the Shield to clash at some point. And if they want that, they have to build the club. And I'm talking about.
I don't even think it's that. I honestly think that.
No, I think it's that. I'm telling you.
But here's the thing. I think it's a possibility. What I'm about to say is a possibility that maybe they're starting to build these guys up because Finn Balor is going to come back, and they need to make that group strong.
You're right. You're right.
You know, I just have that weird feeling.
Either way, I still think it's a club.
Byron?
Well, yeah. I don't want. See, here's the problem. I'm stuck because I don't want Cesaro and Sheamus to lose the belt because they just won it, and they're still building up that. Yeah, and they're doing so good, and they're building up this fucking team. So I don't want them to lose it for that reason. But you got the club that's been struggling struggling for a fucking year almost already. It's been a year, right?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, and I think they need that rub, and they need to take those belts also. So I don't know, man. I'm stuck, and I'm just.
And I don't know if you noticed when everybody thought they won last week, the crowd popped big time.
Yeah, they were upset. They were actually upset that they fucking didn't win the belts.
I watched it back because I showed it to someone, and I noticed that people jumped out of their seat when Anderson made the cover. I was like, I didn't notice that the first time, but yeah,
I think that was a test to see if the club would make it, and they passed.
Yo, can you? Yeah, I mean, they got away from the bullshit that they were doing, like the fucking doctor and the fucking stupid shit.
Well, I mean, Luke Gallows is still calling people nerd, which is hilarious.
No, but they got away from the weird shit that they were doing before,
that's true.
You know?
He had a really, really good showing, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about Gallows with Cesaro. I thought a really solid match between those two.
Mm-hmm. Laura, who you got?
I'm going with Sheamus and Cesaro. This is another one of those where it could end in disqualification, and so they can continue to push both teams.
But remember, there's two referees.
Oh God, is there? How the fuck is that gonna fucking work?
I don't know.
No. I saw
fucking odd ass gimmick fucking matches, man.
That's to make sure that there's a winner, I guess.
Yeah.
So when they go
unless somebody declares a disqualification, and then
and the ref's like, no, that was fine.
unless the club has one of the referees on payroll.
He can't do that. Yes, he can. What?
He just hit him with a chair. Yeah, it's fine.
We're the Alamo Dome.
They're gonna be like an hour there, fucking trying to decide.
Remember the Alamo.
Are you gonna stick with Cesaro and Sheamus, Laura?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Big
I think it's too early for them to lose the belts.
I say Cesaro and Sheamus, but I want the club to win. But I think that the club is eventually going to win the belts, though. I don't know if it's going to be Royal Rumble, but eventually they are.
Say something different just for this match before you say something, Joey, because I want my prediction in there. I'm going to go neither. There's going to be some sort of bullshit thing with the two refs. One ref pinned Luke Gallows getting pinned. The other one pinned Shazam.
I'm going to change minds to what Sean said. I agree. You know why? The reason I say that is because, again, there's
two referees there for a reason.
Well, even then, no matter what, unless they decide to hold the belts up, Sheamus and Cesaro will retain.
Right. Not only the two referees thing, but also it's on the pre-show.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
I
don't know.
All right.
Cesaro has been there. Sheamus has been there, so they don't care about
that. Let me ask you a question. In regards to the pre-show, what will be the main event of the pre-show? Will it be Cesaro and the club, or Sasha and Bohemian Lady? I'm being dead serious.
I just love how
I'm going with the tag team match as the featured match of the pre-show over Sasha and Bohemian Lady. That's what it has to be, because that
yeah.
All right, now that we're on the official card, this is going to be a big one for you folks. 6-woman tag team match.
What? Ooh.
Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya against Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Nikki Bella. Who you got?
Real quick. They did this on the house show Monday night in Saginaw.
That's not bad though.
Fucking shit you not.
That's not too bad though. They have a lot of feuds going on, so I actually like that match. I'm going, by the way, with Team Mickie James.
Mickie James.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, I can see the heels going over in that match.
Yeah, I'm going.
I thought Mickie James' promo was pretty aight. today.
It was good. It was good.
Byron?
Alexis Bliss.
All right, so Team Mickey James. So we all say the heels are going over.
Yeah.
All right, now into the championship
Why would
matches.
I want the good guys to win? They have nothing.
And now in the championship matches.
Naomi has that fat ass.
There you go.
Yeah, but now, you know what?
It looked kind of small today. I don't know.
I did say that. No, but I
she
did
lost
say
her ass
pads or something. I don't know.
No, but I did say I've been telling you that SmackDown has been doing way better with the females. They have been doing feuds with all the females there and everything. Which even with the girl that used to be with Enzo and this guy Cash.
Okay.
She's doing something. Even though she's
doing the most horrible garbage with fucking this chinless idiot.
But she is trying in them segments though. She is trying.
I'm saying is that she still has.
Come on.
But what I'm saying is she still is doing something compared to what they were doing with the females on Raw, which they weren't doing shit.
That's true. I give that.
So at least there's something with the females on Raw, all four of them.
I'll give you that. They are doing way more with the girls in terms of story.
And there's an interest there. Yeah, and there's an interest there with what they're doing.
Yeah.
But the only person that I haven't seen them do anything with was the black chick. What's her name?
Naomi.
Yeah, I haven't seen. They haven't really done anything with her, as far as I know. I haven't seen her.
Well, she was on SmackDown tonight, and she's going to be a part of that match. So
I just think right now, whatever she has going for herself, which I think she's really amazing. Like she has a lot of flexibility and everything.
I think she's been one of the most improved women in that.
Right. But I think that they haven't done anything with her, so that kind of messes her up because a lot of focus is on her ass.
All right,
that's true. Yeah, no, I think it's.
What do we talk about her ass, right?
I think it's more about the glow.
Yeah,
thing,
that's more what I was thinking. Not her ass, is the glow thing.
Yeah, and every time I see it, I just think about the Last Dragon. That's all I think about.
I just think about her ass. Right. That's all I think about.
Going into the next match, the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm Fabulous Rich Swann versus the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville. Who you got?
This is the easiest thing.
If there's a god, Neville's gonna win.
Yeah, no, this is the easiest match to call. Neville's definitely going to win.
Yeah, Neville's
I'm going to say Neville because I don't even know who the fuck the other guy is. So I'm just going to say Neville.
That's the guy that dances and smiles when he's mad.
I have no idea who that is.
Laura?
Yeah. Wait, he smiles when he's mad?
He's like Apollo Crews.
I thought that was Roman Reigns' gimmick.
Rich Swann and Neville.
Neville, your new champ.
Yeah.
Without doubt.
That's a clean sweep. Charlotte Flair
let me
versus.
Ask you guys a question. Wait. Did any of you guys watch anything that they were doing on Raw with these guys?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I watched the whole thing last night.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, athletically, yeah.
Yeah, the Cruiserweight division is getting better.
The only interesting thing is Neville. And that's why he's absolutely going to win the title.
This is so horrible, man. You know, I keep hearing that they...
Wait for Austin Aries. Wait for Austin Aries.
Gentleman Jack's growing slowly. The match between Cedric and Neville, I'm hearing, was actually pretty dang good.
That's true. Gentleman Jack.
I would hate to see him go there because that promotion, or not the promotion, but that little thing is failing so miserably. That they're already thinking there's talks about if that show is even going to fucking stick around.
No, first of all, the show's not going to stick around, but the cruiserweights are, and when Aries gets involved, I'm telling you, it's going to pick up. And not only that, but the Muhammad Ali guy or whatever,
Mustafa Ali.
Oh, Mustafa, he's good, man. He's a good guy.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's good. He's really good. Cedric Alexander's a good talent. They have good talent, but I'm telling you, Neville and Aries are going to be the guys that are going to pick that shit up.
The only guys that people will really know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so going into the next match, Raw Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Bayley. Who you got?
Charlotte.
Charlotte
all the way, dude.
For sure.
All right, Laura.
I'm gonna be the oddball here. I'm gonna say Bayley with the surprise.
Oh, yeah, I think that would be such a horrible way to do it.
No, the reason I say no is because it's her first try. And I think if she is going to do it, it's going to be at WrestleMania. That's what I said.
I said from the get-go, for her to win that belt, she has to fight for it, and she might let her win it at Mania, where it's more important. Like,
I think Bayley's going to win this because they've been pushing this whole Charlotte's undefeated at pay-per-views for the championship, and it just seems like, okay, Bayley's winning this, no doubt.
That's where I got convinced last night with the interviews. It was just like they made such a big goddamn deal about Charlotte being undefeated at pay-per-views and da da da. I'm like, fuck, really?
That is a big deal, though.
It is a big deal, but they're making too much of a big fucking deal out of it for it not to be convincing that Bayley will win tomorrow or on Sunday.
I think it's too soon. I think Bayley needs to fight for that. And
I mean, she's undefeated against Charlotte. She's 2-0 against her. Charlotte hasn't beaten Bayley yet.
But I'm saying, in regards to the storyline, for her to win in the first match, I don't see that happening.
Especially with the sympathy shit that they were doing. You got to build her up in a different way where I give a fuck about her a lot. Like, you get what I'm saying? Right now, you don't want to throw that away and let her win that belt when it really, on a pay-per-view that's probably not going to, it's not going to really stand out for her.
I said, I think it's going to be at WrestleMania. If she wins that belt, it's going to be at WrestleMania.
Let her fight for that belt. Let her fucking try to win it. She can't win. Let her win it. Yeah. Try to keep running for it. Where we care that, okay, she's been trying. Finally, she fucking won it. You know?
Exactly.
Not the first try.
Nah, I do not think it's going to be the first try.
I hope not, man.
All right, so going into the next match here. Okay, we're going to hit the Universal title first. Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns. Who you got?
Kevin Owens.
This is a legitimate match that I'm sick of already. Honestly, I'm just sick of the entire situation. But I have to say Roman Reigns, man. I have to say it.
Same here.
Don't.
He's gonna win it.
I have to say no, he's not.
See,
you know what? I'm gonna say Kevin Owens, and here's the reason why. Because Roman Reigns has gotten one up on both Jericho and Owens one too many fucking times leading up into this match.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good reason.
Yeah, that is true. I just said that because Jericho won the belt.
And now it's no disqualification.
Much,
somebody might come out and help.
That's true.
On a recent episode of Up, Down, Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, and Xavier Woods were
I saw this episode, by the way.
And it's funny because Cesaro is taking on Roman in the 2K game, and he turns to Roman saying, "No one can beat Roman Reigns. I mean, you can't beat Roman Reigns." Roman says, "No one can." Kevin Owens responds, "No, I know it," and just drinks his water. So even Kevin Owens doesn't think he can beat Roman Reigns. But
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about this match is that they're putting Jericho in the shark cage, and we know the real reason to sell the toy. But if you think about it, they're putting Jericho in a shark cage with a no disqualification. Then tell me how that makes fucking sense. There's no disqualification, but you're gonna lock up a guy. Like, just the stupidest fucking thing. I do not like this at all.
I think Kevin Owens is gonna win, though. I
hope so.
I agree.
I hope so. I really do.
Because Roman is not getting over.
I think Roman. Well, I don't know about that, but I think Roman had gotten punished, and I think his punishment is over, and I think they want to continue down.
Punished? That guy wasn't punished that much, please. He only lost for 3 matches.
No, but I'm saying
back from that suspension.
No, I know, but I'm saying for Roman standards, he got punished and he got embarrassed. They announced, they tell the real story on television and all that. I think his punishment is over, and they want to continue down the path of Roman Reigns. That's their guy, man. You guys don't.
How bad do you think Roman Reigns is going to get booed in the Alamo Dome, though?
Oh, very bad.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get kicked out of the dang arena.
But I'm telling you that he got booed out of the arena at WrestleMania when he beat Triple H.
Yeah, that's why they tried backing up from that and tried fixing everything.
I'm telling you,
it ain't gonna work.
Well, the thing is, you guys don't understand that that's their guy. No matter what you guys say.
But there's a difference between when John Cena was their guy. He was actually liked in the beginning. Roman, I've never seen such a rejection since Lex Luger. This is terrible.
I'm not, first of all, I'm not disputing that fact. That's absolutely true. But I'm saying WWE could care less about that.
Well,
wait.
He's not selling merchandise. He's not bringing in ratings. He's not getting a reaction.
Okay, that's why he's in the main event every week, and WWE could care less. I'm telling you.
Hold on, wait a second. Did you guys see last week's when Roman Reigns lost the belt to Jericho and Kevin Owens? Did you notice that there was a fan?
Yes.
The reaction was so happy that he lost it. But then when they do? The same guy's reaction from another match prior from that one, the same night where he was upset, somebody lost whatever.
And why do you think they did that? Because Roman is their guy. That's a great example of what I'm saying.
But this is why I'm saying that people do not like him because you keep pushing him like that.
But what I'm saying is that whether you guys like it or not, WWE does not care. They're going to go with that guy, and that's why.
But you know what? One thing I could definitely tell you that the only guy who's ever had them change their mind was Daniel Bryan, because of the fans, man.
Okay, but
that was the only one time that ever happened.
We'll tell you that's why he's going to win, because WWE could care less about the real reactions or whatever,
or the merchandise, or the ratings, or. I think the merchandise is a big thing.
He's just been in the main event for the last 2 months. Yeah,
Kevin Owens outsells him in T-shirt sales. So
I know.
Roman Reigns isn't even top 20 in T-shirt sales last I checked.
I'm telling you what WWE does.
Well, getting away from Roman Reigns, because we all put our ideas in that one. Well, this is going to be, in my opinion, next to the Rumble, the toughest match to call. AJ Styles, John Cena. WWE Championship.
Oh God, I don't even know.
I don't think this is the toughest match at all.
I think
no. Now wait a minute. Did you guys remember what I said last time about this match? What's going to end up happening? Mm-hmm. Okay, keep that in mind, man. There's no. I cannot see this is an obvious thing where they want you to think that Cena's going to win, and I think it's not going to happen. I think AJ is going to pull it off because somebody's going to interfere on his behalf, and it's going to cost John Cena, which is going to cause him to fight that guy.
Thank you.
Whoever the fuck. What if Kurt Angle comes out and does it? We don't fucking know this shit.
No, that's not going to happen.
Remember, Kurt Angle fought him when Cena came out in his first debut. So you never know. There's probably a tie into that.
No,
there's a lot of that makes me not want Cena to win. So I'm just thinking of every little.
Yeah, and that's why you're saying that, because you don't want Cena to win. That doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen.
No, well, let's see.
Based on the promo tonight, I'm telling you, John Cena's gonna win.
I know Cena keeps saying that he's back, he's 100% focused on this and that, and he hasn't won. He had a bad year to 2016. Blah 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 blah. I know.
And every time he's done that kind of stuff, he's won.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna win, man. I honestly think they're psyching people to believe that he is gonna fucking beat AJ.
I hope you're right. Don't get me wrong. I do not want John Cena to beat AJ.
I don't want. No, I think AJ's doing a fucking hell of a job with that belt, man.
Yeah, but
I don't need to see.
Everything is telling me that John Cena is going to win this, unfortunately.
Laura?
Okay.
I would just like to point out that John Cena's been chasing his 16th world title reign for about 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
2 fucking years that man has not held the fucking world title.
That's right.
Sure?
Yep.
Yeah. Like, legit. I looked it up the other day just to double check. I was watching, Evan decided that he wanted to watch Royal Rumble from last year, and it came up, and I went, oh, damn. Yeah, it's been that long. But
even more of a reason why Cena's going to win.
Yeah, I think it's about that time for Cena to finally get his 16th world title.
And by the way, another reason. No matter how well AJ has done, and he's done very well. When it comes to WrestleMania season, WWE looks at things differently, and they do not look at it. They like AJ. Don't get me wrong. But they don't look at AJ the way they look at Cena when it comes to WrestleMania season. Hence the video that they showed today of John being on the morning show and not even acknowledging who AJ was. He said the guy from Atlanta. Not only that, but AJ not even being on the poster in the forefront. All of those things, you got to keep in mind that when it comes to WrestleMania season, WWE is a different animal. They might cater to people like us for the middle of the year, but when it comes to this kind of a season, if The Rock wanted to walk in tomorrow and be the champ, guess what? Rock gets the title. Brock gets the title, or guys like that. Undertaker, who is one of the favorites to win the Royal Rumble, gets what he wants. This is a different situation, and John Cena is going to be the guy that's going to take it. I'm telling you.
All right, now my turn. And I'll tell you why John Cena won't win it at the Royal Rumble.
Thank you.
What's a bigger moment? Him winning his 16th title at the Rumble or 16th title at WrestleMania? That's the only reason I'm saying AJ's winning it. Because they want to, I'd imagine they're going to save that for Mania more than the Rumble. So I'm going to go with AJ for the Rumble.
So you wait. So you think they want to save that for Mania, but Bayley gets the moment at the Royal Rumble? You don't think it's a bigger moment for Bayley at WrestleMania?
Gee, Bayley winning the title at Mania or Cena winning the 16th title at Mania?
I'm just saying, like, I'm sorry, but that's a weak reason.
That's my reason. Big O.
They want John Cena to walk in with that title.
Yeah, that is kind of hard, but I think John Cena is going to beat him.
Okay.
Damn it.
And finally, the Royal Rumble match. 22 entrants have been confirmed. So I'm going to break this down in 2 questions. 1, who's your final 4? And 2, who's your winner?
Oh my fucking God, really?
Well, I think the final 4 is on the poster.
The final 4 is even in the
No, I'm saying you have Brock, Goldberg.
No, he's right. The final 4 is on the poster. It's one of those guys that are on the fucking poster. It's gonna fucking be the
obviously not John Cena. Even though he could be in the Royal Rumble if he loses the match, you never know.
In all technical aspects, yeah, he could.
He could be in the Royal Rumble, so don't rule that out. Especially if he loses to AJ, I would suspect that John would be in the Royal Rumble. But and by the way, the only way Cena loses is if Baron Corbin gets involved. That's the only way. But even that's a very limited thing. Undertaker, Goldberg, Brock, and is Roman in the Rumble?
No, he's not.
He probably will be, though. Don't rule that out either. By the way, Roman being in the Rumble. But I don't know about the 4th guy. Like I said, John could be
Randy Orton?
Maybe. I don't know about Randy Orton, but
wait a minute. Okay. Sorry.
No, those are my thoughts. I know a lot of people obviously want Goldberg and Lesnar earlier, but I cannot see, especially Goldberg. I can see Lesnar doing it, but I cannot see Goldberg going in before 20. He has to go in after 20, and I would suspect that that's going to be the case for Brock as well as maybe even Undertaker. Those are the after 20s, basically. However, what would shock me royally is that if Goldberg was in and Brock was in early, like 1 through 10, that would be shocking. Because then you're like, okay, then you're giving the people like, I don't know what's going to happen now because you're giving us these guys early. If you put it after 20, then it's an obvious, they're going to be in there at the end. I say Goldberg after 25 is what I'm going with Goldberg. I say Lesnar could be earlier than 25, maybe 20 or, but I think Braun, Taker, Brock, Goldberg. If John Cena is involved, I would substitute Braun. I think Braun's going to get eliminated in a very shocking manner.
I'm gonna say the last 4 is gonna be Goldberg, maybe Lesnar. I actually think Samoa Joe is gonna be one of the last 4, and
really,
yeah. Because he's definitely going to be in that Rumble. And the fact that they're saying that, they got some big plans for him, I think he'll be the last 4. And, damn, the last one, I don't even know, man. Truthfully. Something tells me Brock is not even going to make it to the ending, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I definitely say Goldberg will be in the final 4.
Definitely.
That I'll say for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, and if Finn Balor returns, he's definitely going to be the last 4.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. If Finn Balor returns, I see him being towards the end. I don't know about the final 4, but I can see him being towards the end. And I would love, by the way, in terms of individual matchups, I would personally like it if Baylor was in the ring with the Undertaker at one point.
So, Big O, you've got Goldberg, Lesnar, Joe, and Balor.
Maybe Lesnar, but I'm gonna say Lesnar. Fuck it, yeah.
Laura?
Oh God, I don't even know.
Mojo Rawley.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, Mojo Rawley wishes.
Yeah, in his fucking wet
So,
dreams.
let me ask, do you think Goldberg will be one of the final four?
I think he will be one of the final four. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he entered in at number 30.
I'm replacing Lesnar with Undertaker. Go ahead. Sorry.
If Balor returns, he's gonna be in there. Maybe you guys might not like me for this, but after the showing he had tonight, maybe even Dean Ambrose.
That's true.
Could push it, and I'm not sure. Maybe Taker. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see Brock making it to the final four. And if Brock goes when Goldberg's in there, then Goldberg's gonna be gone too, because those two are gonna feud all the way up to Mania.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But
is there, Laura? Let me ask you this: is there any chance? Do you think, legitimately, any chance that Goldberg wins? Because you know why I asked that? Because people are now like, well, we didn't think he was going to win at Survivor Series, so maybe he will win, based on that. And I think that's what WWE wants you to think.
That's kind of where that's where I'm at too. The WWE loves to play those fucking mind games with people.
They want to say, well, you didn't think he was going to win a Survivor Series, so how do you know?
And this is the one surprising thing. All right, here we got Royal Rumble. It is a combined show, and there has not been one fucked with moment of the shows crossing over with each other leading up to this.
That's true.
That's just mind blowing to me.
I guess they're going to save all that for the actual Rumble.
Yeah.
But that's true. I'm surprised they didn't mention more of that.
But I mean, it's a possibility that we could see Goldberg win. I don't know.
I'm going to say that I don't think Goldberg's going to win because of the obvious reason. But I know because listen, there's two things going on right now. Undertaker is said to be going after a title, and Goldberg is said to be going after a title. They can't be going after the same title. Because that's the real rumor. The major rumor is that Goldberg is going to go after a title because he's going to be at Fastlane, and there's a rumor that he might be signing a full-time contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Full-time?
Full-time
contract. Like every week on Raw, we're going to see him?
I don't know about all that, but basically part of the company. I don't know.
So, Laura, you've got Goldberg, Balor, Ambrose, and Taker in your final four.
Yeah.
Byron?
He said if that's
hard though. It's really hard.
Byron?
It is.
There's no way to predict the Rumble though.
No.
Really isn't. There's just too much going on in that Rumble.
But who do you think is the strongest possibilities of the final four?
Who's the final four that you're saying that really?
I'm saying Goldberg is for sure one of the final four. He will come in probably at 25 or after, and like Laura said, probably 30, but 25 or after for Goldberg. Undertaker, because of the strong rumors about him, and they're not going to waste Undertaker for nothing. So, possibly Brock, but I'm not sure about Brock. But depending on who's in it, because the other thing is we don't know everybody in it.
Yeah, we know 22 of them. I'm going with Mojo. Mojo's making final four.
It could be Samoa Joe. You never know. Baylor. If Kurt Angle's in it, I'm sure Kurt Angle will be there at the end.
I'm thinking, because Byron's still thinking, I'm going to go with Kurt Angle for my final four for sure. If he's going to be in this match, he's got to be final four to get a good showing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they're going to have too many surprises, so I'm not putting Balor in there. I'll put Braun as the final four.
That's true. So so do you think Seth Rollins will be in it? Because I do.
I don't think
Rollins. I think Seth will be in it.
Yeah, I think he'll be in it. He's gonna take out someone or do something to get inside, or Triple H will be in it and he comes out for Triple H. So let's not forget about Triple H. He won last year.
See, I feel like we're gonna see Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton in the Final Four, but I don't think either one of them are gonna win at the same time.
Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton?
Yeah. I really think that just because of the way they've been building them, they're the guys as the last two that were standing for that Survivor Series tag team match.
Yeah.
So I think Bray and Randy are going to be in the Final Four. I'm going to say, I don't think the three main guys in front of the poster, all three of them are going to be there. I'm not even sure of two of them. I would say
you don't think Goldberg, because they're not going to waste Goldberg. I'm telling you.
I think Goldberg's going to be eliminated early by Brock Lesnar. Like, Goldberg comes out at number 14, and then Brock comes out and eliminates him, even though he's not in the match yet.
Well, if that's the case, then they're going to eliminate each other.
Yeah. And then when Brock comes out, Goldberg will eliminate him back type thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
I think...
But they did that, by the way, in 2003. That's exactly what happened.
Oh. That'd be terrible. I don't
think they're going to do that again. Just to refresh everybody's memories, Goldberg. I can't remember if it was Goldberg I think it was Brock who came back in and took out Goldberg.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and Kurt Angle as my Final Four.
Okay, that's the worst Final Four I've ever heard.
It's WWE. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I was really thinking Xavier would make it. I figured somebody in the New Day would make Final Four, but I think they're going to make Final Six or something.
Okay, so because let me just do this because it's so hard to predict this. I'll give you three choices for everybody. Laura, three choices to win the Royal Rumble.
Three choices to win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, three guys that you can really see winning the Royal Rumble.
Goldberg.
Okay.
I'm still up in the air about it, man. There's just way too much going on there.
Finn.
Okay.
No.
I'm trying to think of somebody on SmackDown side.
Dolph Ziggler.
Jerry the King Lawler.
Actually, I think Lawler's going to be in this Rumble.
Is it bad about SmackDown side? Baron Corbin comes to mind.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah.
No, they're pushing him. They're pushing him.
He's gotten a lot better on the mic lately. It's kind of scary.
He did pretty good on the broadcast booth. So Byron, three people to win.
Okay.
Three people to win.
Goldberg, Finn, and to be honest with you, I really don't see nobody in the SmackDown side winning. I don't know why. So I would say Goldberg, Finn, and damn. Oh, man, that's fucking hard, man. Goldberg, Finn, I'm just going to say Brock. But I know it's not going to be Brock, but I had to put somebody there.
Okay.
I'll tell you why, really quick. I'll tell you why I don't think anyone from SmackDown's going to win, because they won the Survivor Series. So that's why I think nobody's going to win.
Remember that. I don't really remember that.
I said that earlier.
But if somebody were to win, it would have to be Randy Orton.
It could be Bray. Bray wouldn't be a bad pick either.
I don't know. He doesn't have enough momentum to win the Royal Rumble. Not at this point.
If
Goldberg, Finn, and Undertaker.
I'm gonna say to win it. By the way, we're talking about winning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Undertaker. I definitely do not say Goldberg. Undertaker. If John Cena's in it, I can see him winning. But based on who we know, Undertaker, I'm going with Braun Strowman. Because I think we will be surprised by something. And I think that would be a surprise. And if Finn Balor's in it, I'm going with Balor. Okay. Only if he's in it.
I think Big Show's going to take care of Braun Strowman, to be honest with you.
That's true.
Three. See, I got one name you guys would disagree with right away. I'm going to continue on with the Finn. I agree with you guys. Finn would be one of my 3 picks to win it all. If anyone from SmackDown would win it, I'd pick The Miz. I feel like they've been pushing him in a good spot. He's the top heel. And if it's not going to be Undertaker fighting for that belt or anyone in SmackDown that was worth fighting for that belt between Cena and AJ, The Miz is right there in that lineup. And the 3rd spot, I would probably give it to... I'm going to give it to Chris Jericho. I think he's going to be in the shark cage the entire match. So I'm going to say Jericho is actually... going to be
in Jericho in the Rumble?
Jericho's in the Rumble. He's going to be in the shark cage above the match during the Royal Rumble, and then his number comes out, and then he just slowly gets lowered into the ring.
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
I'm going to switch Jericho in my final 4, too. But Jericho, I'm going to say for my 3rd pick to win it.
Yeah, your picks are horrible. I'm just saying, realistically, people that could actually win, you know.
Well, you get the big feud going on with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho eventually. People don't want to see Braun and Roman. I think you have that belt between Jericho and Roman, Jericho and Owens instead.
I think that match is going to happen regardless, you know.
Yeah. But
I think that's going to happen regardless.
Jericho and Owens.
I still think that it's possible, even though they have matches at the Rumble, I still think it's possible that Roman and Cena could be in it. I don't think that's out of the question.
Maybe the guy who loses the world title is the one that's in it anyways. Or loses the world title match. They're in the Rumble anyways. You okay, Big O? He's snorting the microphone.
Is Byron there? Because I don't even think he's there.
Byron left again.
What you said about me, Sean?
I think Byron got an aneurysm thinking about the Final 4.
Yeah.
All right, so those are, you know, again, we apologize about the Rumble, but, the Rumble is the single hardest match to predict.
Mm-hmm. Usually we have a good idea as to who's winning it, but it's like a freaking toss-up this year.
Because didn't Triple H say that this Rumble is people, that it's not going to be what people think or something like that? I know he said something to that effect.
Yeah.
So, you gotta, again, obviously, in my opinion anyway, Goldberg's not gonna win. I just don't, I would be very, very surprised if that were to happen. But I could see legitimately Undertaker winning because it might be his last year or something like that. I don't want Undertaker to win, by the way. But other than that,
it's Mojo.
I would love Kurt Angle to be in it and win it. That would be the ultimate for me. But I think this is going to be something that we're not going to see coming. I think, that's why I say Braun Strowman is one of my possibilities, because I think people would never see that coming as far as winning. But I agree with that. I could see Big Show taking out Braun or Goldberg taking out Braun or something like that.
Mojo's winning it all, calling it now.
Well, let me ask you something, Sean. What would you be?
If that happens, I'm gonna be punching you directly in the dick. I'm gonna be driving down the Fort Wayne and gonna punch you directly in the dick.
Laura, that would never ever happen.
Yeah. Mojo's the worst pick in this Rumble.
But let me ask you something, Sean. What would you be more excited about? Big Show and Braun having a stare down / interaction, Brock and Braun, or Goldberg and Braun?
Big Show and Braun.
Really?
Yeah. I don't really see Braun at that level of the Brock Lesnar or the Goldberg. It'd be like seeing James Ellsworth taking on AJ Styles and thinking it's going to be a legit match. Big Show is closer to Braun's level, and I'm more interested in that. And they're two big men, while Goldberg and Brock have more of that power game type thing.
I agree with that about Big Show being on the same level, but I would be very excited to see Brock and Braun. I think we
saw it last year. Brock got pissed at him and started stiffing the shit out of him.
That's true.
Oh, you ain't gonna sell? Well, then I'll just beat the shit out of you, son.
That is true. I forgot about that. But I'm saying, that wasn't this Braun. This is a different Braun. So I don't know. But anyway, either way, I think it's going to be a awesome Royal Rumble. I think it's going to be one of the best we've seen in a long time. I'm talking about not the entire pay-per-view, but strictly the actual Royal Rumble. I think we're going to see an incredible Royal Rumble this year with a lot of superstars, and I cannot wait for this Royal Rumble. I'm actually really excited, just like I was for Survivor Series. I think they, despite the lack of push on Raw and SmackDown, I'm really excited about this Royal Rumble. I think Cena and AJ are going to, tear it down. Roman and Kevin might surprise us, but I'm not that excited about it. I'm actually more excited about Charlotte and Bayley, to be honest. But I think the actual Rumble is going to be awesome, man. Can't wait. So that's basically it. I want to thank you very much for listening. Throughout the week, you can put your predictions on the group page. We're going to write something about it on the group page. Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? What your scenarios are and all that. And
we have if you guys want to pick a number to whoever wins the Royal Rumble, that's on the RWR the actual page itself, not the group page, the page itself.
Yeah, I shared the group page too, I think.
And also, that's basically it. So we will, of course, talk to you next week. Also, of course, NXT on Saturday. Let's hope that that's a better show than what we think it is, because it certainly doesn't sound that great, but it could turn out to be a good show.
I'm going to miss that because I'm not going to be home until late Saturday night. So I'm not going to be able to actually sit down and watch it until Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
So everybody enjoy your Rumble weekend. This is our, if you're a wrestling fan, this is our Super Bowl. So enjoy yourself, basically. And thank you very much for listening. The man who sleeps on the floor cannot possibly pull out of bed. Good night.
What does that mouth do?